You are watching the Old Zealand, a minesweeper champion, the Dragon of Portugal, Vice Captain America, the world's fourth greatest forehead, and a geography semi-finalist at the World Championships. Zealand! Oh, right. Oh, there is an Easter egg, just nobody's seen it. Hey, what's up? Name's Zealand. I hit the wrong button. Hi, my name is Zealand, and I hit the wrong button.
Oh, hi, chat. The Easter egg is alive.
The Easter egg is not alive. Frank, thank you so much for the 26 months. I want to tell you, but I also don't want to tell you because I feel like somebody will get it. Somebody will see. I had to go through a lot of trouble for I thought it was going to be a more featured joke. You know, I had to go through a lot of trouble, and then there it was. Why was the network save yesterday? Because we're not doing it next week. We're not doing it next week. As people have got their either holiday plans, whatever they got going on, and so we're not doing it next week, so we're doing it twice this week so that you get one a week, roughly. Sonny, thank you so much for these 6 months. To the Fock plots, exactly. Wormier Walnut, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Tater Salad, y'all, thank you for the 2 months. Demus Rex hitting the 8 months. Goodness, about to parachute in with a Twitch child. Pog, welcome, Omega Osaka. Pog. Eric Magster, thank you for the 2 months as well. I love you too. Shaved your eyebrows? No. I have very weird eyebrows, all right? We need to just... This is like completely natural. Like this line right here. I get this a lot. I think it's more obvious in person than it is on camera. I have like very patchy eyebrows, right? So it literally looks like, because I used to play basketball, right? That was my sport. And I would be like the only white kid on the team, which one, very fun situation to be in. Very low expectations. You're made to dance all the time. This isn't important. And they would be like, oh, like he's hard. Like he shaves his eyebrow. Like, no. That is actually just like natural look of my eyebrow.
Fancy the Hibs job. Cup final on first trophy.
What is this? Shush. Thank you. It's actually this is an important part of my childhood. Is my right eyebrow looks like it's got one of those lines shaved in it. Like I feel like I'm Phil Foden, and I don't. That's really not something that I want to do or I really care for particularly, but I live a life where that is something that people think I've done all the time regardless. Big C, thank you for the 7 months. Let's go Dorfers. And now Diamond hitting with the 11 months, closing in on golden bacon goodness. Would I take the Hibs job? Easy first trophy. I get that cup on Sunday. I mean, I would take it. Yeah, I get an opportunity to win myself a trophy. It was just, I mean, it's time, you know, when I was that age, right? It would be like, oh man, he's 13, dude, shaving lines in his eyebrows. Like, oh, I'm an anime protagonist, basically.
Jealous by all the attention the right one is getting. You better keep an eye on it.
No, maybe I won't. We're still in the World Cup break with Floridsdorfer, but we're about to get back to training. We play Salzburg in 9 days in the FA Cup third round, or the OFB Samsung Cup third round. We have the real name fix. For this World Cup, it's going to be messed up, but the one on Sorted Out SI is able to like fix the national team stuff even in a match. Right, which is great news. And so even in a match, it will have it fixed. Or in a game. I'm saying the wrong words. In a game, the real name fix is still going to fix the national teams from Sorted Out SI. So we figured that out. We fixed the problem that we had yesterday. I did the investigating. We've got it settled. I also did laundry. So we're back in our kits that we've gotten from mysteryfootball.uk, whatever the actual URL is. I don't know. But we've got our Ajax kit on today, which is, you know, sweet.
Babe, wake up, Zealand went live.
Dude, no way. He's live? I'm gonna miss it. I don't wanna miss it, dude. He's live? Oh, God, I've been waiting all day for this. He's live? All right, sick. I'm watching now. Crunch time? Wonder what that means. Does that mean there's only 8 matches left until the league splits? I think it does. I also don't know what a Shanka provocateur means, but I have a strange feeling that it's funny, and that's why I'm supposed to read it and chuckle a little bit.
Where do boats go when they're sick? To the boat dock. What's a giraffe's favorite fruit? Nectarines.
The boat dock? That's a C+. Jamgo, I love you. That's a C+. The eyebrow joke from Jogas on the 6 months was bold. And it's, you know, it's a B. It was tasteful. It was timely. James, thank you for the 4. Maddie Blue Eyes came in with the nectarines.
I had a dream I swam in an ocean of orange soda, but it was just a fantasy.
Unfortunately, we've heard that one before, but my goodness, do I love that joke.
I recently broke up with my girlfriend. It turned out she was communist. To be honest, I should have seen it coming. There was a lot of red flags.
Raven's Throne. Unfortunately, we don't. I have heard that one before, but if you have not heard it, do provide your rating. It is a very funny joke. Thank you for 675. It is a good one. Maddie Blue Eyes hit the gold bacon with that nectarines joke. I'm not gonna lie, that was so dad jokish. I'm giving it an A-. And I just want to hear him say it again. The TTS on this is incredible. The text to speech, the way he reads this.
What's a giraffe's favorite fruit? Nectarines.
What is that? Nectarines. Fun. Donnie Joe, thank you for the gifted sub to Arobi. Your first ever. Thanks for making Arobi's day.
Woot woot.
Donnie Joe, I appreciate it.
With a 2-month streak.
Jagsman hits the silver bacon. My goodness. Look at you go. Look at you go. Nags, thank you so much for the 6, though. Swimming in your fantasy. All right, what do we have on our scouting? This is our situation in the league right now. If you haven't been with us, we are 2 points out of the championship group, which is the top half of the league. There are 8 matches until the groups split. Our first league match is like December 31st, I believe. But we've got our FA Cup match on the 6th because the World Cup is currently going on.
In a row. Let's go.
Nice. Tolstonen, thank you for the 14 overall. That's more than a baker's dozen, which means I've run out of catchy ways to tell you how many months you've been subscribed. I've officially run out. I've lost it. It's gone. When's the next live sports? Whenever we finish this season, then we're going to fire up live sports again. It's AFCON that will be going first. AFCON will be the first live sports event.
I was watching a football match in Japan and at the end everyone started doing martial arts. I asked what was going on and they said there is 2 minutes of ninjutsu time.
Kira, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Sorry you had to hear that, but welcome to the Hammers. Oh, 2 minutes of ninjury time. Vito Matievich. I mean, he's only 18. Maybe we give him a chance. We put him on the end of contract list. He'll be fine. Ibrahima Drame, he's just not quite good enough, it would seem. Kevin Dongo. We need people that are pushing the level of our team forward. I don't need a 21-year-old who's like maybe going to be able to play at the level that our team is at now at some point in the future. That's just not something that I need. Yeah, I know these guys are good end of contract signings. That is why they are on my end of contract shortlist already. It's good to know you're consistent because all of these guys are, well, potentially good end of contract signing, all on my shortlist. So for this guy, there's somebody. Raul Caceres. We got one person. One person. Started watching a few of your videos yesterday. Good stuff. Yo, Breno, thank you. Which one brought you in? It's an interesting question. I'll just post it to chat in general. What is the first video on YouTube of mine that you ever watched? All right. And Steve-O's here for the first time as well. Nice. Twitch is acting up. You can't play the stream. That is unfortunate. Hopefully that sorts itself out. Holksy, thank you for the 2 months. Up the Dorfers. Thanks for the prime. Papadopoulos will be back. Man, it's just the end of the... What was the first one? The first video. We didn't even say hello to YouTube. We'll do that after this. It's an SYS. I binge watched Saving Saves. Explaining World Cup qualifiers. Ooh, there you go. The Ollie one. The beginning of ODFC. The Dr. Benji Save Your Saves. A tactics guide. Interesting. The way to reduce my wage bill after the mid-season window. You can strike mutual terminations with players. It will take the money in a lump sum out of your balance, but it can reduce your wage. Tactics for beginners. Saving saves and rating wonder kids. Lower league management. What to do day one. That's an old one. Wow. Corners. I don't even know anymore. Youth intake. Heard you on the Athletic Football Manager podcast. Oh, there we go. Look at the Athletic. Making things happen. We got our youth intake preview. Gary. Transfer guide, video explaining scouts, probably tactics video. No idea how I got into your channel. Fair enough. Hypnosis. It was hypnosis. Did you hear something? Mastering youth intake. Very, it's a poignant video. We have 2 forwards who are considered to be fine prospect. At least one of our center backs looks really promising. Everything else, terrible. No defensive midfielders coming through. We got 3 strikers. A good center back as well. This is an excellent group of players. We had a really good youth intake, relatively last time. Austrian Player of the Year shortlist. Oh, come on. I don't know who I'm supposed to vote for. This dude plays for Red Bull Salzburg. Oh, it's Ezekiel Barco. Freaking flippin' heck. Ezekiel Barco's a beast. Nazmuller. Barco plays he plays the MLS. That's how I know who Ezekiel Barco is before you get suspicious, 50 Football Manager 2020 tips and tricks in 10 minutes. Oh, that was... You know how hard it is to make a video like that? It really... Because you don't know how long it's going to be before you hit the editing, all right? I need you to take me to the health center in Pokemon, okay? Beautiful. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to The Athletic for just £1 a month. I didn't know we were TIFO. Best way to set up your save in FM 2020. It's cool. There's so many different answers. I have been here since yesterday, but the first video was about tactics. Nice. 10 best teams to manage in FM 20. God, I made that video twice. 50 tips in 10 minutes. I made that video twice. James Alcott's QPR save back in lockdown. God, that was a long time ago. He brought me in to like guest manage 2 matches with his QPR team. Miss that guy. He went and actually got busy. Vico, is your contract running out? No, it's not. You're a defensive winger whose contract is not running out, who can't get into the senior Montenegrin team. Branko Riznic. This guy actually looks pretty good. Put him on the maybes. Matsukatov. There's a contract running out. We'll just blast this mess. Nico Krager. He is professional. Suppose I like that. To the maybes for another year, Nico. Alexander Yushin.
KZ. You know that Legia you always recommend for first save went to Europa League this season and then went to become the last team in the league? They sacked 2 managers and Hools beat 2 players after last game. Fun times.
Are they really last? Holy. They're last. Pago, that's crazy. Thank you for the 18 months. Lion Yeti, thank you for the gifted sub. Thanks for gifting that to Breno Gold. This is for you. The Sinister Duck, thanks for the 2 months. But Pago, my goodness, that's crazy. I had my longest ever unbeaten run with them. I think it was like 121 consecutive league matches unbeaten with those lads at Legia. It was like 121 or so. I lost a cup match at some point in there, but I didn't lose a league match for that stretch. It's like my longest run ever. This was in FM17. This was way back in the mists of time, but that is a team that I am generally fond of, but that's crazy that they're last. Yee. Something's gone horribly wrong. I mean, they said they fired 2 managers already. Already on our short list. Thanks for playing. Well, I'm not even going to waste a trial on that guy. He's that bad. It's like you've really got no idea. You've got no idea at all what we need. Kareem Conte. Well, at least he's athletic. You know, if you're gonna, you might as well be athletic. Jorge Silva. Right, I'm not Wolves. I'm gonna recalibrate my brain to be not Wolves, because when I see a Portuguese player and I'm playing as Wolves, it's like, well, you know, this guy is obviously the second coming, and we're very, very excited about the prospect of signing him. Add to short list targets. Now there, Kike Clemente, that is a good player. That's a player that piques my interest. Fine. Very barely. Barely. I think I need a ball winner. Joke's on you. I need everything equally. Amateur contract for Sebastian Engel. He speaks the language and he's an explosive athlete. Got no problem floating this guy a contract right now. He's only just joined his new club. Well, I'm really glad that the Southern Soccer Academies got you hosted. Hit me up in a month when you're not so, I don't want to move. Mitchell Curry, Matias Donato, Alexander Diaz is an end of contract option, and then Romano Pastema. This guy's available for $1 million. $1 million. We'll scout him for a week. 1 week. I mean, now we're looking at defensive midfielders. We just looked at... Unreal. We just did ball winners. Now we're looking at defensive midfielders. We're really splicing hairs here. Plenty of new trialists.
Should have been 5 months, but I forgot to renew the sub a couple months ago. Frown.
No! Ryan, thank you, though. Thank you so much for the 4 months. Thank you for being a part of the Hammers, dude. I really appreciate it. All right. We never did actually say hi to YouTube. YouTube, I'm so sorry we forgot you. Chat's already started without me, as you can see. Hello, YouTube!
Hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. How you doing? You doing well? Cap, thank you for the 20 months. The chat didn't forget you. I almost forgot you, but you are here. It's a shame you couldn't be here, live, obviously, but we're happy that you're here. The vibes are great. We're just kind of bopping around. The vibes are great. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So this is actually this is gonna be the entire YouTube video is just bopping around. Alex Vigo. This reminds me of the sort of guy I would get at Chinetos, where you're like, why are you in South America, man? You're making more money than I'd probably be able to pay you, but this dude is just a beautiful fullback. Oh, he's beautiful. Oh, he's gorgeous. Gorgeous! Absolutely gorgeous. What a recruitment meeting. Yeah, we got 1 million trials. Not 1 million. Oh, what? That got weird. Somebody rejected me. Which, how dare you, right? Where is this clown that rejected me? Where is this clown? Stop. Browse. Where is he? Oh, Kyriakos Papadopoulos rejected me? Well, I mean, okay, fair. I got worse. He did get worse. Very, very abruptly got worse. Everybody else was okay, though. Loicano, Grego, and Ortiz Uradano should be somewhere on here. On yellow, Mora definitely should stay. Maria should stay. Cortazar. Ariando, stay. Grego, stay.
Hey ZZ Top, did you hear about the Football Manager streamer with only one upper lip? Greater than 3?
Wait a second. I only have one upper lip. Are you talking about me, man? Oh, this guy's so unathletic. Ew! Tony Stahl. Fine. You know what? We don't actually get back into the league swing of things until later. You're fine, Stahl. I can have you. Tchaikovsky, congrats on your silver bacon, though. Congratulations.
I wish I had a book about boomerangs. I lent out my last one and it never came back.
Why is Brentford v United postponed today? COVID cases. Seabass, that was pretty tough. Thank you for the 5 months. That thank you for the 5. That was tough. That was pretty tough. Hatem Ben Arfa again with the poor training, dude. Again. Hatem, it's like you don't even show up, okay? Here I am, full of hope and belief that one day you are actually going to show up and train. It never happens. I'm just left all sad. It's ridiculous, man. I don't know what I expected from Hatem, but I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. Anyone have any experience in the Austrian leagues? There are some Austrians about. Oh, he's on the loan list. Well, that's interesting, because he is certainly very good at controlling the ball and threatening with his athleticism. Whoa!
I have been doing a New York Red Bulls save in the MLS with all of the fun rules. I have won MLS Cup back to back to back. What do you think I do next?
Conquer the world, because that is very impressive. Now, I have never managed the MLS for an extended period of time because the rules are nuts. You have clearly figured out how to play well. You want to make a guide about how to play in the MLS? I would love to participate in your video about how to make a good team in the MLS. How to follow the rules, Paulie. No. Michael's like, I know you're not talking to me, but I just want to clarify. I'm out. I'm out. And because of that, I'm out. How's the World Cup going? I mean, honestly, they're probably, well, they're into the knockout stages, so let's see. It's day 2 after Scotland's great win. Belgium beats Morocco, South Korea and Paraguay with the draw, but Spain gets a penalty to beat Senegal. Unfortunate. Tragedy befalls us. Well, Brazil lost to Sweden, so now it's game on because England beat Australia thanks to Jude Bellingham in the 81st minute. Sweden, despite being a man down, gets the goal, beats Brazil. That's nuts. Syria. Syria with the 95th minute equalizer from Omar Al-Soma draws Chile at the World Cup. Italy beats Nigeria 3-0. Little, comfort. The next day, the last 2 groups, Norway beats Mexico. Oh, the Mexican national team in the mud. The Norwegians looking competitive at the World Cup. Switzerland beats Iran. Xherdan Shaqiri can literally never not score. And Russia destroys Uruguay. Ugly. Match day 2. Jamaica! The Jamaicans beat Algeria 1-0. They beat Qatar 3-0. The Reggae Boys are headed to the knockout stage. Algeria levels no-name Germany with an own goal in the 87th minute. The Reggae Boys crushing it. Scotland and Portugal draw at 1. McGinn in the 12th. Ronaldo scored in added time in the first half. Argentina beats Ivory Coast 2-0 thanks to Lautaro Martinez. And that group is very interesting because Scotland's on 4 points right now, which keeps things spicy. I think Scotland has to play Argentina, though. We'll see what happens. Ivory Coast needs to try and throw their hat into the mix. Day 2 for the second set of groups. USA! Yeah, okay. The United States beats Belgium in revenge for the 2014 knockout stages. Gio Reyna and Weston McKennie scored. Des got sent off. It didn't matter. Morocco beats Denmark, and that group is an absolute mess. Because the United States and Denmark drew. Belgium beat Morocco. So now Morocco's on 3, Belgium's on 3, Denmark's on 1, and the United States is on 4, baby! 4 points! Senegal and Paraguay with the draw. South Korea, literally the best national team in the history of the world, beats Spain. Spain needed a 91st minute goal to make it close. South Korea.
True story, I'm from Glasgow, and when I announced I was getting married, I told my future father-in-law I will be wearing a kilt. He asked, what's the tartan? She'll be wearing a white dress.
And that is how not to get your marriage approved by the prospective father-in-law right there. You know, Seabass, by the way, yours was a C+. The tartan is the pattern on the kilt. But it also sounds like what's the tart in? South Korea beating Spain 2-1. All right, these groups are spicy. What about the last couple of groups? Of course, Sweden then goes and draws Australia. Brazil is like out, dude. England just beat him 3-2. 88th minute, Fikayo Tomori. The English. Oh, it's outrageous. It's outstanding from the English. Brazil's just getting bumped. Sweden's got 4. England's got 6. Brazil is out. Sweden has 4 points and England has 6. They're out. Kulusevski in the 39th levels for Sweden. The Aussies keep it alive. They can chase Sweden, but Australia has to beat Brazil, which I don't, okay. Italy beats Syria 4-0. Immobile all 4 goals. Nigeria beats Chile to keep their hopes and dreams alive. The final round of matches in the first 2 groups. Or no, wait, there's actually another. Never mind. I lied. Norway crushes the fake Japanese team. A hat trick from Erling Haaland. And France beats Mexico, which means Mexico is in trouble. I think Norway and France actually just won the first 2 matches, so Mexico and Japan are just out. Uruguay beats Iran 3-0, and Switzerland beats Russia 2-0. The Swiss looking dangerous. Beanie Boy, thank you so much for the 4 months in the Prime, dude. Looking forward to that silver. Madman, thanks for the 17 though, and your dad joke, a solid B, a solid B. Now for the final match day of the groups. Germany, fake Germany does beat Jamaica 3-2. Brutal. 85th minute. Goal for Germany to get the win. Algeria beats Qatar in the 92nd minute with Taidir, which I don't think ends up mattering because Germany ended up with, I think 9 or at least 7 points. Ivory Coast and Portugal draw. Argentina wins. Wait, that might have just sent Scotland through. Ivory Coast drawing might have just knocked out Portugal and sent Scotland through. I'm not kidding. So that's the final group there. Yeah, I was right. That's 3 draws for Portugal. Scotland through to the knockout stages. Ivory Coast drawing the Portuguese sends Scotland through to the knockout stages with Argentina. Incredible. Incredible. What a performance from Scotland. Oh, you beauty. Group C. No! Oh, the United States lost to Morocco. Oh, all we needed was a draw, and we lied. Well, that's because Josh Zardis was playing. Oh, my goodness. If this happened in real life, I might bury my head in the sand.
Studying logic at university got expelled. It could be true or false, but I hear he got in trouble for Boolean.
Denmark was up 3-2 on Belgium. Sambi Lokonga scored in the 91st minute and then in the 92nd minute. If Sambi Lokonga doesn't do that scoring, Denmark beats Belgium and the United States slips in ahead of Belgium. And of course, the U.S. was level with Morocco at 1 thanks to a 69th minute goal by Jossie freaking Zardes. Only for Morocco to score again and then find a way to put themselves into the knockout stages. Oh my goodness. We did the hard part. We beat Belgium. We drew Denmark. And then Morocco. Tragedy strikes. All right, Group D, the final. Oh my God, South Korea. They drew Senegal, and Paraguay and Spain drew, which means South Korea is the seeded team out of Group D. Spain gets through with their draw against Paraguay, but if the Paraguayans had scored another goal, they would have gone through. If Senegal had found a way to score another goal, they did have the lead on 2 different occasions, but Hwang Hee-chan scored a brace to pull South Korea back. Well, that was a fun group. Every team got points out of 2 out of their 3 matches, which is wild. And every team with 1 goal swinging their way would have qualified. Like if Senegal had scored against South Korea, they would have been through. If Paraguay had scored against Spain, they would have been through. Full credit to all 4 teams in this group for showing up and playing hard. But South Korea goes. And then Brazil was out. Brazil just showed up and beat Australia. Only 2-1. Well, that's really not resounding. Sweden beat England for the number 1 seed. Carlson with the goal. So England is the second qualifier, so is Spain. That's fun. Sweden, a first qualifier. Nigeria ends up going through, so they won their last match against Syria. They won it 1-0, but hey, Syria got a point. They did well. Italy won all 3 matches, so they're going through easily over Chile. Pretty straightforward. Group G, France and Norway, we already knew they were going through, but France beat Norway and Mexico beat fake Japan. Glad we could settle that. Then what happened to Switzerland? Oh, they won their first 2 matches. Is that really that would be the first time in history that Brazil goes out in the group stages? That's incredible. I can't think of nothing more brutal than winning 2 of your 3 matches and still not qualifying for the next round, and that's what's happened for Switzerland here. They had a player sent off in the 4th minute so Uruguay could pad the goal difference and swing Switzerland out. Russia wins 1-0 over Iran and slips into the knockout stages because, I mean, the dude getting sent off in the 4th minute, Uruguay knew they just had to put a couple of goals in, and they not only did they do that, they saved Russia too. Switzerland literally beat Russia, but they're out on goal difference to Russia. That's heartbreaking. All right, now for the knockout stage matches, which are next. The Reggae Boys! To the quarterfinals of the World Cup, Jamaica 4-1 over Argentina, and Lionel Messi's in the mud. Damari Gray had 2. Ravel Morrison had a goal. Ethan Pennick scored. 4-1. Fake Germany flattened Scotland in the round of 16, but at least the Scots got back to the World Cup and the knockout stages. It was a lot of fun. I will be looking at the stats of this match. Thank you very much. I mean, they had a player sent off. Messi had a 6.4. They had a player sent off at halftime. It's just chaos. Tagliafico picking up a 2nd yellow. You know I'm watching this. Oh, Ravel Morrison. Look at this. Fluid. Oh, outstanding. In this, they're up a man. Oh, terrible goalkeeping. And then a corner, naturally. The indomitable Jamaicans. Where is he? Oh, have a go. Oh, what a shot by Ravel Morrison. Jamaica to the quarterfinals. Argentina in the mud. Oh, what a shot by Ravel Morrison. Okay, next is actually today. Oh, South Korea, Morocco for a spot in the quarters, and then Belgium and Spain. Oh, Belgium wins all 3. Belgium wins their group rather miraculously. They almost didn't deserve it when the United States beat them. The South Korea, the group winners, the technical favorites to go through over Morocco as well. We'll keep track of what's going on. That just happened yesterday. Fake Germany to the quarterfinals, Jamaica to the quarterfinals. Yeah, you think? Chaps, thank you for the 2 months, dude. Hope you're well. Just finished listening to your podcast. Keep up the good work. You're smashing it, dude. We try. We got more podcast recording tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Evan, thank you so much for the year. It's a great milestone to reach. Lily, JPM, thank you for the prime. Welcome to the Hammers. Enjoy the bacon and the emotes. Get in the subsection of the Discord as well, where you can submit your saves, hang out in the lounge. Accidental Bard, thank you for the 14. My friend was studying logic at university, got expelled. It can be true or false, but I hear he got in trouble for bullying. I don't get it. That's probably because I never really studied philosophy or logic when I was in school. So I just don't actually know. The feeling when you get the top of your group and then you draw Spain. True. Real pain there. Away to Red Bull Salzburg in the Samsung Cup 3rd round. This is going to be great. We had to reschedule it because of players on international duty, but now that we're in the knockout stages, I think we're okay. Fortnightly staff meeting. Let's do it. David Dietz, develop his weaker foot. Well, yes, our 16-year-old striker would love to do that. Do. Dragon Marchetta's been improving. Well, look at that. His jumping reach is all the way up to 8. I believe Mirnes Besirovic ability has diminished over the last 6 months and has seen him go from being a good 2-Liga right back to a decent 2-Liga player. Great. Good thing we're in the top league and not even the second league. Good thing, huh? Great thing. Good little tidbit of information here. Illos, thank you so much for the tier 1. Welcome to the Hammers. Why fake Germany? Because the real name fix that we installed did not take care of that little tidbit. But don't worry, we found a way to fix it for future international tournaments. The team's just already been selected for this tournament. And so the patch that we've applied will just apply to every call up after this. Demol FC, if the Nugan face pack is done every region face except for your teams, it's because you did not click exclude when you were on your player search. And so like there's this exclude thing that excludes your own players. If they're in the player search, they're going to get a new face. That's just how it works. So you have to make sure you remove that exclusion so that they can actually get the new face. You know what I mean? How do you fix Germany? You get the sorted out SI real name fix. And the next international call up, Germany, Japan, and the Netherlands will have a real team, which is important. You know, it helps if you have players that could play for one of those three teams. It's very important for value and experience and all that fun stuff. Even reputation of your club can be affected by how well that guy, that guy's playing at an international tournament or something. Besirovic, only 3 to 7 days. Great. I know panic. Oh, it's a tight thigh. He's fine. It's a couple day injury. Oh, wow. He just jumped right forward. We're ready. Raul Coceres. We're not quite ready. We've got a beefer of a scouting list first. Nico Amalainen. Cool. Oh, Kazaya Veendorp. Been looking at this guy for a while. Definitely want to hang on to him on a short list, please. At least all these guys are new. Last scouting report I got was just it was playing the hits. It was all repeats of other dudes we'd had around. That dude's way too slow. Way too slow. I feel like that's what we're going to end up with here. Have you heard about this guy? You might be able to put an offer in on him. We're coming close to the end. Wasiu Alalade, 23-year-old striker's got a good first step. Great control of the ball. Doesn't elevate well, but if the ball hits him in the head, he can find the back of the net. Pretty good technically, pretty good finisher. Shows good consistency, but that dreads big matches. That's why you scout. That's why you scout. So he's certainly not somebody that we're vaulting over our skis to try and sign. Pakos Keshkes. Well, Sergi Fernandez does possess a good amount of speed for the position of ball winner. I always tend to like that. I don't like ball winners that don't have a lot of speed. You need to be able to close the distance to win the ball from somebody. You need that speed, that ability to run, to catch, counterattacks, players that are trying to separate from you. That, or you just need to be very smart. Decently athletic and super smart, but on those space-eating midfielders, I am usually always partial to somebody with athleticism. Ardiaga, please don't leave. Okay. What happened in the World Cup the last couple of days before we go try and pull off the miraculous result here? The English get revenge in the penalty shootout at the World Cup. 2-2 with Italy after taking a 2-0 lead that they then squander. The penalty shootout is a win for England. Nigeria beats Sweden 1-0. Victor Osimhen scoring in the Swedes after such a promising start to the tournament bow out in the round of 16. Ooh. Wow. Sweet revenge for England. All 5 went in. Kane, Trent, Grealish, Stones, James Ward-Prowse. And all 5 pens went in. Kane also converted a penalty in regulation. Shaw assisted Sterling in the 29th minute. Locatelli and Immobile scored the goals, obviously, for Italy, but Immobile missed the first pen. That's tough. Tough for the Italians, but they can cry into their European trophy. South Korea to the quarters. What a weird game. Both teams had somebody sent off. Both teams scored in extra time. Hwang Yi-chan, who's just scored an outrageous number of goals in this tournament. Kim Min-jae, who's a center back, got sent off. Ziyech scored in the 78th, and then they had a player sent off 9 minutes later on Morocco. And then the 10-on-10 match in extra time. South Korea scores. Morocco pulls it back again, and South Korea wins in penalties. Belgium and Spain played a belt or two. But the penalty shootout, again, clean. Clean from South Korea. Hwang Yi-chan, Zhang, Lee Yu-hyun, Kim Jin-soo, who's that great fullback. Idrissi missed for Morocco. Belgium, Jeremy Doku scored in the 92nd minute to equalize with Spain, who scored in the 2nd minute. And then Rodri scored an extra, of all people, Rodri scored an extra time to send Spain to the quarterfinals over Belgium. And the golden generation falls short once again. So what do we got left? We had France beat Russia 1-0. Mbappe scored the goal, and that one's toast. The Russians eked their way into the knockouts anyways, so that was predicted. And Uruguay and Norway is the last one. And then we have the 9th. We've got Jamaica, Spain. We've got fake Germany against South Korea to get to the semifinals. If either of the upsets are pulled there, that'd be amazing. And then we have England and France, because England's never going to, apparently, is just never going to get anything resembling a nice, easy route. I mean, I guess Ukraine in the quarterfinals kind of helps, but England and France, after England had to play Italy in the round of 16 and now gets France in the quarterfinals. That's nice. That's nice. Sammy B, thanks for converting to a tier 1. And Diz, goodness, 11 months. You're about to hit a year. Germany, South Korea, England, France, and then it will be Nigeria in the winner of this match. So we will have an interesting team in the semifinals. Either Uruguay, Norway, or Nigeria is going to be in the semifinals. But we have a match to play. As us, our team has a match to play. I know that might be weird. We've switched up our formation a lot here. Let's get rid of the unavailables, the trialists, please. We have a real lack of fitness because, of course, we're in the middle of this long break. We do have friendlies that are going to get us revved up for the actual season, but this FA Cup match in the middle of the break is just bizarre. Oliveira and, I'm going to put Grieger out there instead of Graham, but we'll use Graham as an active substitute. Bumberger, Basirovic, who failed his fitness test, so I suppose we should change that a little bit. Radovic has been playing super poorly, but showtime.
Go Dorfs.
Go Dorfs. Yeah, our team is set up. I mean, we've got the guys in the field that we would want. Miganov. I'm gonna put Miganov in there. He's a little upset with me recently, but he'll be fine. Okay. Bruskagin. Cool. God, some of the ratings on these guys are just really terrible. Yeah, proceed to the match. This is a weird... I mean, we haven't played a match in a month and a half because the World Cup's been going on. And then the Austrian FA Cup's like, oh yeah, by the way, here you go. It's gonna be hard to get a result. My players are up for a challenge. Not to mention, in the third round of the FA Cup, it's like the round of 32, we draw Salzburg. We can beat these guys. We can beat them. We've played them really tough in the past. Skifilui, thank you. Skifilui, thank you for the 3 months. Nailed it. Yeah, we had to start the stream a little earlier today. Got a big family shindig on Zoom at like 2:30 my time that I'm supposed to be there for. Well, that was quick. We'll see how ready our team is mentally to actually be playing in this this contest, because we just got completely unpacked by Ben Sesko. Oh, Blackman. Yeah, so our team's just not mentally ready to be playing today, and that's perfectly fine. If there was a game to not be mentally ready for, we've completely we've decided to hand this game over.
Thank
I'm really glad that we could deploy, the two guys in that position over to defend the same guy and leave, it's literally two people defending two people, and yet we can't figure that math out. We said two dudes chasing the ball, and we did a really nice job of leaving the other guy completely open. We just need to get through the first, 20 minutes of this match. I think we might be able to pull a goal back and make it interesting later in the game, because we've certainly done everything we can to make them complacent, but right now they're just feeling it. We need to survive that point where they're feeling it. We're definitely, we're not going to touch a single thing in the tactics for the first 25 minutes or so. Stay in the way. See, there you go. All right. All right. It's better. It's how we need to play this game. That's better. Make them play their super night. Make them beat us with real quality. That Blackman error was really annoying, but handed them a tap-in goal. My first of the 10 spam calls I will get today. Really looking forward to it. Always a nice reminder to keep my phone muted. Well, that isn't exactly what we were hoping for. Bruno! Yeah, I know. I don't know why Ben Sesko's still on the team. Really happy that he's still in Austria. Somebody hasn't met his more than deserved $15 million release clause. This is really the first time we've been absolutely handled by them. The other two times we played them in this save, we've been fine. You know, we lost, but we were there. We were competitive. Oh my goodness, Bruno. I don't think you could lose that battle any worse there, Bruno. Oh. There'll be a day where we take the league from them, but this is not that team, and this is certainly not that day. And it's also the cup. Nice pass. Schmeed's just an idiot. He's got the touch. He has the ability. He just doesn't, like, go the right way with it. He takes slow touches. He doesn't attack the space really well sometimes. Your performance has been extremely poor. That shouldn't be a surprise. We were down 4-0 in 29 minutes. Love the pass back to the keeper there. We have about as much threat on the counter as France in World War II right now. I mean, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, dudes that are just all up in the business here. Great touch, Hatem. Get off. I'm gonna get so many questions. Why did you take this guy off? You know, he was playing really poorly. Like, well, Bob, I can't bring in a new team, so. All about survival here. Oh my god. Tired of shipping it up there, man. How do you just not even hit it anywhere near somebody wearing a blue shirt? It's mystifying to me. He's off. Not that it matters, but he was definitely offside. Why are we? I mean, seriously, man.
What's your worst loss, Zed?
He's off. Something like this, probably 6 or 7 to nothing. I mean, sometimes you just play a team that's in a completely different bracket than you are in terms of quality. And like the other 2 times we played them, I don't know why they're so at the races today. I don't know if they played 8 friendlies before this throwaway FA Cup match, but they are clearly just humming, and we're not.
This ship is sinking. Does anyone need an arc? I know a guy.
I really wouldn't sound the alarm too much on this one. It's the sort of thing where if things go wrong and let's say you give up 2 goals in the first 3 minutes, this sort of thing can happen against a team that is just more talented than you everywhere. So I lost 11-0 to Arsenal in the Champions League as Kefin Druids. That makes sense. I mean, you get those sorts of matches, you know, where you just are kind of inevitably washed away like 7-0 because you're just playing a team that is so much better than you. But even when we were in the 3rd division in Portugal and we played like Porto, I think we only lost 4-2. So it's not too often that I'll lose a match like by this much, but our defense is really bad. And they're obviously really talented, so you get your defense to have a bad day and give up 2 goals in the first 3 minutes, then you know this sort of thing can happen. We're at a club that hadn't been in the top flight in like 25 years, so.
What concert costs just 45 cents? 50 Cent featuring Nickelback.
All right, 5-0. Obviously not happy with our performance. Hey, Meganov, you were complaining about playing time, right? You remember that? I'm gonna tattoo a 5.8 on your forehead if you ever complain about playing time again. Poor performance, poor result. We did not play well. We were, you know, away to Salzburg in the FA Cup. Okay, that hurt. That wasn't fun. We get better. Sign a new team at some point. So happy we drew them in the round of 32 in the Austrian Cup. Great performance. Great work, boys. Yes. Dang. That was a lovely goal that one guy scored, though. I mean, goodness. Street crash. That was tough. We've heard it before. That was tough. It's a bitter pill. But Lights, thank you for the 4. Kinsey, thank you so much for the Prime. Street crash has hit the year, though. So whether we've heard it before or not. Son, why is he struggling? What are you struggling with, man? You're getting your exact amount of playing time. What do you mean you're struggling with that amount of playing time? That's not true, Hassan. It is factually false. You know why? Because I just looked at it. I with my eyes. I just went and looked at it. It's not true. I didn't promise you the world and under deliver. Right? I promised you exactly what you're getting. There you go. I just threatened him with getting rid of him permanently, and he's like, "Oh, boss didn't mean it. Never mind." Oh, my feelings are much more important than facts. Clearly, Hassan and Dom has that belief. All right. What happened in the last match in the World Cup? The final team is Norway on penalties. 85th minute equalizer by Sorloth. And the Norwegians are going to the quarterfinals on penalties over Uruguay. Oh. Holland didn't even take one. Didn't even take a pen. Shelderup, Sorloth, Wittry, Anch Olsen, and Patchberg. They went 5 for 5. Nico Lopez was the missed penalty for Uruguay. Cavani, assisted by Suarez, was the early goal, too. That's probably the last time we'll see that. That sets up Jamaica, Spain, Germany, South Korea, England, France, Nigeria, Norway as the 4 quarterfinals on the 9th and the 10th. Well, isn't that just a barrel of fun? And we have like 4 friendlies to get us fit for our league debut on the 31st after this incredibly long break that we've just gone through. What about all the players in the Norwegian squad are giants? Is it like the Scandinavia and the Netherlands are just the tallest populations of people on the planet? Here's a question for you without Googling it, right? What is the shortest average country on the planet? The shortest average country on the planet. Just throw your guess in there. I'll let you know if I've seen it. I have not seen it yet. I've seen one person that got close. Probably a tribe in Africa. No, I'm talking about like, you know, a country, not like a group of people. The shortest average country on the planet. Right, I've officially fallen behind, chat. But I'm scrolling and I still haven't seen it. I still have not seen it. Ooh, somebody got really close. Somebody guessed a neighbor. Somebody guessed a neighbor. That's tough. That's really close. It's amazing, actually, that nobody's guessed it yet. People immediately went to like Southeast Asia and Bhutan and Nepal and stuff. It's actually not even in that part of the world. See, in the book, the fun fact book that I read in the bathroom, you want to know what it was? I still haven't seen anybody guess it. I saw another person guess the neighbor. There, somebody got it. Adam Boyd got it. According to the fun fact book that I had, Guatemala. Obviously, this fact could have changed in the last 5 to 10 years, but at the time I read the fun fact book, it's Guatemala. Guatemala is the shortest average population. Yeah, just on average, the shortest people. It is Guatemala. How's the Guatemalan national team do? They're fine. You know, they're fine. Yeah, a couple people guessed Honduras. Apparently, if you Google it now, the answer is Timor-Leste, East Timor. So if you guessed that too, then you are technically also right. I will accept that. I know a girl from Guatemala and she's taller than my whole family. I'm sure that's distinctly possible, right? I'm sure that's distinctly possible. Like, just because the average, the country's short enough to be in that book does not mean that they're like every single person from Guatemala is like 4'5", right? Like, that's not. Central America is real short. Well, the thing is, Native Americans, especially Central and South American Native Americans, were very short. Like, just, genetically speaking, we're just very short. I don't know why. I would need to bring in somebody that actually knows what they're talking about for that. But they were just very short. And so that obviously is a big part of the genealogy of the people that live there today. And so they're very short. Something about living in, jungles and mountains does not make you a tall person. Right? The South America's got crazy mountains going on. And Central America's got some mountains and then also, very jungle. How's Leai been doing? He's been okay. He's scored a couple of goals. He's not gotten too much time. How is the whole Native American history treated in the U.S.? I mean, it really depends on what state you grow up in, Chris. Right? If you grow up in Texas, I think it's Texas, where in the history textbooks it says that the Cherokee moved willingly to Oklahoma. Which, if you don't know history, that was the Trail of Tears. Which, as you could probably guess from the title, is not something that happened too willingly. But, it's really in the eye of the beholder. It totally depends on what state you grow up in. But to be perfectly honest, the colonization of North America was tough, right? Because North America was much more decentralized in terms of the Native Americans that live there, right? Like South America and Central America had unified a lot more. And obviously, a combination of disease and gunpowder really helped run those guys over. But they were much more unified. You had the Aztecs in Central America that ruled hundreds of different tribes, right? And built like big, glorious cities.
Woo.
And in South America, you know, you've got a society sophisticated enough to build something like Machu Picchu, which is, you know, a giant palace complex on top of a mountain that's like self-irrigating and all this stuff to avoid being a part of rock slides. Like, it's crazy how, you know, advanced they were in certain areas. But they also didn't have the written language or the wheel. So especially in South America, the Incas, very interesting to try and study because no written language, no wheel. They didn't have any pack animals. By far the most how do you run an empire without the written word, the wheel, and your best pack animal is a llama? And they did it. You ever heard of the Pony Express? They set up a bunch of posts along the way and they had a bunch of marathoners. They had a bunch of dudes with great endurance. Right, and they would pass messages all over the empire because they would have these posts, and each of these guys would run like 5 miles from one post to the next post, and they would carry the message. These dudes just running. And they could do math, even though they didn't have the written word. They would do math with knots on a string, and so that's how they kept track of like who paid their taxes and stuff. And it was like this whole, you know, semi-language of knots and string. Yeah, so it's, you know, they just did things a different way, and it's a shame that, you know, we weren't able to preserve that kind of variety, like through the process of globalization, that kind of variety and the different ways to do things kind of faded away. But it's interesting. And the thing is, North America didn't have that. North America, out of the 3 areas, I would say the 4, but the Caribbean doesn't really count. Those guys those guys never stood a chance, right? Not only were there a lot less Native Americans in the Caribbean, that was the first place that the Europeans showed up at, and they were like, oh, wonderful islands full of people that look really excited to work for us, and just grabbed them all. Like in the Bahamas, they literally showed up and took every single person off the island, and you're just like, well, what do you do then? You can't really preserve your culture or anything. They just show up and they go, all right, you're all coming with us. We've got some sugar. And they're just sitting there like, what is that? Yeah, so the Carib tribes didn't exactly have much of a shot. Favorite English team? Probably Swansea. I've had a great night in Swansea, met a lot of great people. But I don't have like a passionate fandom for any team in the English leagues. If Swansea does well, I'm like, cool, good for my friends, you know? Swansea isn't English. Oh, they're Welsh. They're in the English league system. Do you really want me to be that specific every time I'm talking about something? Somebody's just sitting there like, oh my God, this guy has no idea the difference between England and Wales. Unbelievable. I don't believe it. I simply don't believe it. I don't. They're in the same freaking league, right? If you ask me who's your favorite like American basketball team, and I said the Toronto Raptors, would you be like, wait a second, hold on, shut up, unbelievable? Unbelievable. Oh, it's Canada. That's different. It's actually a country. Don't come in here. I'm gonna take my history degree and make it a ball and throw it at you. Okay? I'm gonna chuck it right at the dome. All right? Wales has been part of England for 800 years. That is twice as long as Wales was ever united and independent. The fact that Wales has preserved its own language and culture marginally for that long is impressive. Wales is a country, and history proves that. So is Texas. Wales, that being said, one of the coolest flags in the world. The dragon, sick. I wish more people would do something like that. That's brilliant. Love that. I love that for the world. Love that for Wales. Love that. All right. Bhutan has a dragon too? That's true. Part of the UK, not England. Well, they were part of, you know, England before the United Kingdom was created in 1707. Now it's, you know, now it's like throw Northern Ireland in there. Whole big thing, right? But Wales was conquered and absorbed into the Kingdom of England in 1282. In the late 13th century, conquered the Western Principality of Wales, claiming it as a territory of England. Okay. And that's late 13th century, so clearly I said 1282. Sue me if I was off by a year or two. The Thunderdome has been entered. His favorite Scottish team, that would be Celtic. And I'm not a fanboy. That's the first kit I ever bought and the first FM save I ever did. And we went to the area where my, long extended family is from. We did some genealogy thing and then went to that spot for a day. And they had, some Celtic jerseys. They were fans there. And I was like, okay, cool. I can root for this team. I didn't know. I was like 10 years old. I had no idea what was going on. So that's my Celtic origin story. Got nothing against Rangers fans. I'm not an ultra. I don't care. That's the team I root for. Should do a history podcast. Yeah, I should probably record another one. And I want to say, look, I always think that history is like science in a way, except science debases your belief in supernatural things. History debases your belief in nationalism, right? That's what history does, in the same way that science does that for your belief in ghosts and stuff, right?
Love you, Zed.
So the more you study it, the more you drift away from that stuff. I love all y'all that are here. If you're Welsh, if you really love being Welsh, that's great. I've been to Wales. I just talked about it. I went to Wales and had an amazing time in Swansea. Loved it. They gave me the little pen. Cool. But when people get all fuss and feathered, well, that's not an English team. Oh, come on. Calm down. It's not that serious. It very rarely is ever that serious. So just you just gotta let it breathe. And it's okay. That's usually, I try and use history to suplex people that get all fuss and feathered about something they shouldn't be getting all fuss and feathered about. And that's the only thing I use history for now, because I clearly am not recording the history podcast. I'm going to soon, I swear. Oh, it's been scripted for a month and a half, maybe even 2 months now. The episode's been scripted. I just need to listen to a bunch of Lord of the Rings soundtracks to get myself in the mood to record it.
In Britain they eat a lift, Americans call it an elevator.
I
guess they were just raised differently. Cheers.
God crept. I'd heard it before, but I honestly forgot where it was going for a second. Thank you so much for the dad joke, the 11 months. The podcast is on Spotify. It's called Armchair History. It's got one episode. It's a pet project. It's a pure hobby. It's just something, obviously I like talking about history, and it's just something I love to do. The first episode's about the Spartans, who I've always found fascinating, but it's not your usual, the 300 in the past. It's more about who they were and how they ended up being who they are in our conscience. How did they actually operate? They were pretty nuts for a little while. But then they ended up, then they put on the silk slippers. Just like every other civilization, you put on the silk slippers eventually. It's the old adage, why couldn't the Romans hear the barbarians coming? Because they had to have their windows shut for the air conditioning. Silk slippers. Certain point where you get too fancy for your own good. Even happened to the Mongols. Do 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 do. You know about the rest tab inside training? I think I do it wrong, which is I change the intensity every day that passes based on injury risk. That's micromanaging, but I honestly think you're doing it right. The point of the rest tab, though, is I believe that's the tab where up at the top you can tell your players to rest if they're not particularly fit enough. That's usually what I would use it for. Is it happening to America? Look, I hate using history to make projections, but history does repeat itself a lot. I mean, like a lot. And so if you see repeatedly every civilization that has ever risen put on the silk slippers in some way or form, lost touch with what made them great, and then eventually faded back. Sometimes it explodes, right? Sometimes it burns down, and sometimes it just fades away, like, ink on a page. So you don't know exactly what's going to happen there, but things don't stay constant. The United States has been around for 300 years, not even 300 years. You know how long the Roman entity existed, right? Like republic to demise of the Western Roman Empire. Over 1,000 years. The empire alone, and this is just the western half of it, existed for 500 years. The empire alone, which is 200 years longer than the United States has existed. Like double the length of time which when you put that sort of stuff in perspective, you're like, you have to imagine some Roman idiot in 300 AD was like, this is never gonna end. Great times forever.
My girlfriend dumped me, so I stole her wheelchair. Guess who came crawling back?
China's existed as a state for like 3,000 years. Yeah, but come on. China has ebbed and flowed massively in that time. What China does have going for it is that general area has existed as one entity for a very long time in one shape or form, but it's splintered a million times. It is still a regional state. Right, any state that's big has its different regions and cultures in those regions. I mean, like Sichuan province, where all the food is hot enough to kill me. So I don't know if that's like a fair example. Why do I have this guy on the list? Dimitar Zakhanov. I'm on the maybes. Marchenko, you are a contract expiry guy. Stefan Hagar. You're just not good enough, are you, Stefan? Are you, Stefan? But he's Austrian, You keep him around. Ibrahim Diakite. 22-year-old Ghanaian center back. 5 to 8 strength, really. 3 to 6 composure. Just go. Just leave me alone. Leave me at once. Never return. Charmaine Housel. Honestly, it all depends on where his physicality comes in that range. Martin Krizic. End of contract. Potential signing. Onward and upward, ladies and gentlemen. Bournemouth. Hello. How you doing? Got a nice, fun schedule. The 9 guys coming up. Matthias Donato, target forward. I'm going to go with no on that one. Thanks, Chief. Juvenal Tishak, 21-year-old Argentinian. A little weird. Definitely not great. Certainly a problem in the air. And yeah, I don't think we'd ever sign him. Delelio. I'm sorry, man. He's right on the line of we would keep him around. I don't know why I'm apologizing to him. Tony Stahl can stay. That guy's fine. Oh. Freaking taste out of my mouth from my boy Mitchell Curry. Never liked Curry. That's a lie. I love Curry. I can't even pretend. Sinadine Oud Khalid. Bye. Mikhail Cortazar. We've just got to stay dedicated to our craft. We've got to stay dedicated to our team building here. Cortazar's gone. Mario. I wonder what happened to the pop singer named Mario. Guy's not good enough. Agnello Mora. This guy I was optimistic about. Nice deep line playmaker with 9 passing and 12 vision. But he is 6'6", and so all of a sudden I'm interested again, because that is a real issue coming out of the midfield. See, you stay, but I also think your thing's not expiring right now. We just had to cull the rest of these guys before they left. And I think 1 or 2 is gonna, yeah, I mean, obviously we lost to Bournemouth, whatever. Oh, we're gonna need to schedule some easier friendlies. Last time we did this, we actually managed to get some pretty good results, but now I'm just gonna throw in like 3 absolute cupcakes. Like Burgenland and St. Pölten and Eggendorf and Hardenberg. Give me 3 easier matches so we can build up our dynamics just a little bit. Make the boys happy, right? Little happiness goes a long way. Boom. See, I don't think we're going to want to do a match practice right after playing St. Pölten, but I really appreciate the thought process. We're going to get a lot of team cohesion from being able to run those two. All right, Burgenland, then St. Pölten. I'll rotate for both those. Just win these 3 matches. We'll get confidence back. We got $100,000 from playing those 2 matches. Honestly, 2-0's not the worst against a team like Bournemouth. How dare you get rid of delicious English curry? Funny thing, I've never been to Thailand. The best pad thai I've ever had was in Oxford, in England. Wish I remember the name of that place. Oh, CK3 is awesome. No, I love CK3. Crusader Kings in general is just an excellent game. You gotta be in the right mood to play it, at least for my part, but if you're in that right mood and you're just like, man, I really just want to run a medieval family into the ground, and that's no better game for that. No better game. Oh wait, World Cup's going on. We totally just blazed through. Everybody close your eyes, all right? Close your eyes. Ah! No! No major upset here. Spain beats Jamaica 1-0 in the quarterfinals, and fake Germany beats South Korea 4-1. England through. Norway to the semifinals of the World Cup thanks to Erling Haaland in the 67th minute. Freaking England. I've seen this before. Literally in our live sports save we did in FM21, England won the 2022 World Cup by winning 2 different penalty shootouts. They just beat Italy in a penalty shootout. Now Rashford scores in the 92nd minute, and they beat France in a penalty shootout. Kane, Trent, Ward-Prowse, Foden, and Declan Rice all convert. Kingsley Coman misses. And in England, despite being out XG'd and outshot by more than 2-1, wins against France. But Germany knocked them out. Fake Germany going to the final, naturally, after not winning their group. And they're kind of almost not winning their group. Anyways, they beat England. The other one was Norway and Spain. And Spain won 2-0. So it's fake Germany against Spain. England finally smited in Football Manager. We needed fake Germany to do it. Sorry to the English that might have been rooting for that. The Norwegians got to be really happy with the semifinal. England won the third place game, though. Harry Kane beating Norway, and the World Cup final, which is fake Germany against Spain, is tomorrow. So we will have our answer on who is the World Cup winner. Is it fake Germany or is it Spain? We're rooting for Germany. We're rooting for Spain because Germany is fake. And they will not be in any future tournament, but they are for this tournament because the whole real name disaster. I'm not watching it. One of the teams is fake. And we've got the live sports save coming up soon enough where we'll be able to watch the entirety of these tournaments. And it's always fun. England did beat Italy and France and then fell to Germany in the semifinal. Penalty shootout wins for England over Italy and France. Cyril Olasema is the attacking midfielder. I don't know why this guy's so beloved. He's okay. He's perfectly fine. See, I won't be persuaded by your guarantees that he's a great player because I'm actually not buying it. Why does FM not have real Germany? Because the German, Dutch, and Japanese national teams have licenses that FM doesn't have. You can get the real name fix off Sorted Out SI and it will fix it for the next international call-up. If you get the real name fix off Sorted Out SI, it will fix it for the next call-up. Just drew City in the Carabao Cup third round. Well, you're going to have a great Carabao Cup next year. Reguilon got sent off in the 34th minute of the World Cup final. And fake Germany takes the cake. Highest attendance was in 1950. There were almost 200,000 people at a game. That is insane. The Germans back on top. Although I wish we had the real team in there. You know, it just feels weird to have the fake team win the title. That just shows what Football Manager thinks of Germany, though, for real. I mean, a ton of red cards in the World Cup, right? A ton. All German players are real. They just can't get called up to the national team until you get the right real name fixed in there. Some aren't able to touch it, but the Sorted Out SI one can. I was talking to the guys that run the site last night. Nah, I'm good. Bezarovic, work on free kicks. No. Cool. Don't care. Rasner's not playing well. Oliveira's not playing well. Elias Anderson is not playing well. Right. 3 for 3. We get to yell at 3 people this time. Let's do it. I always said if you're going to have poor form, go for the gold. Keep working hard to improve, Elias. Keep working hard to improve. And Rasner, you were a bright spot in the midfield early in the season. I'm going to need you to turn that around. I'm going to need you to turn that around. Yeah, I'm still mad about it. Well, because, I mean, come on. I'm the guy that makes tutorials about the game. I should never end up in a situation where we end up with like a fake national team playing in a tournament. Right. Ever. Let's pretend Werner scored in the final. Oh, can you imagine? I mean, technically, the winning goal was a penalty in the 110th minute. I can't even imagine the pressure on that penalty taker. That's just crazy. That is a crazy amount of pressure to be on a penalty. All right, we're going to go first team against Burgenland. Then we're going to rotate second team against St. Poten. Then first team against Eggendorf. And our team should be pretty freaking fit and ready to go. Yeah, Rasner and Anderson were... Well, Anderson in particular, Elias Anderson had a very, very good start to his career here. But he's got a 6.4 in his last 5. I mean, everybody's rating is going to be lower than you would expect after a 5-0 road loss. All right, first team, here we go, aka Burgenland. As we get the team, there we go. There we go. Feel good about yourselves. See the ball go. Let's just see the ball go in. See the ball go in. Hit the back of the net. Tickle the twine. Feel good again. Feel the endorphins, you know, the endorphins. Get it? The endorphins. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Literally. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Be here all week. Thank you. Thank you very much. Jonathan, thanks for the Twitch Prime as well. Thanks for the 6 months. Fluky, I appreciate the Prime. Somi, I see you out there with a gifted sub. Oompa Princess, thanks for the 2. Hope that World Cup recap was good. Jal, I appreciate the 4 months.
Our dad was in the hospital and they asked us his blood type, but we couldn't remember it, so he didn't make it. As he died, he kept insisting for us to be positive, but it's hard to be without him.
The name is I'm a Tired Dad, which means dad jokes are right in the wheelhouse. Thank you for the 5 months on the Twitch Prime. We heard that one, I think, a couple of days ago, but if you haven't, it really is one of the better dad jokes. One of the better dad jokes I might have ever heard. Liam Culver, thank you for the 5 months. Phone the Cops, thanks for the 8. Cree, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime, and welcome to the Hammers. Enjoy the bacon. Throw those emotes around at every opportunity, and just enjoy being a hammer. Get into the subsection of the Discord. Hang out there. Hang out in the lounge. I do love that dad joke, though. Omar Cease been signed. He was on our end of contract list. Let's see. This is a spam call from Mulberry, Florida. Let's see what they want. Hello?
Hola, buenas tardes.
No hablo español. Honestly, that was very nice. How nice was that? They literally were just like, all right, cool. You don't speak Spanish? Awesome. See you later. Straight to the point. Yeah, I don't know what they wanted. I think it was Se llamo something. They thought my name was something. I told them I don't speak Spanish, and they were like, oh, okay. Hung up. Didn't even say anything. No, I literally, that no hablo español is I don't speak Spanish. Which you get pretty good at growing up in Florida, right? They said good afternoon. Oh. I go back to the no hablo español there. Dang, you talk to a girl. Yeah, I'm really just trying to improve my game, just trying to improve my game. That's what it's all about. Give me Alan Cruz as the ball winner. Who else do we need to work on? Just getting them on the field. Give me Radovic. Give me Graham for Schmidt. And give me a, give me a Jerry Imbakogu, right? Give me a Jerry. Just a little Jerry, a little Jerry action. All right, they are available because it's a friendly. Never mind. Everybody else is pretty freaking sharp. Give me Bumberger instead of Puchiger. I feel like that's a move that I might go with at some point. And give me Bazirovic instead of Kine, because Kine was one of the underperformers of that match against Salzburg, and so I would like to have Bazirovic as an option and be fit enough for an option at that spot. Cool. 4-0, 3-0. We're handling our business. One more friendly, and then it's back to league play finally. Curious, how old are you? 87. I don't know why that's something that a lot of people are curious with. We've got that command that will give you a different number every time, which I think is pretty funny. But I'm 25 years old. Graduated grad school last year. This year. I lose track of time. Yeah. Got my undergraduate degree in gaming. No. History and media. Wrote my final paper on how methods of communication affected the expansion of the Ottoman Empire. It's a snoozing read, as described by the New York Times. I use the word paper a lot. No, I'm serious. It's actually, I thought it was interesting. I did think it was interesting. It's the sort of thing people don't really think about, but it's like, well, once the Ottoman Empire captured Egypt and they got access to that papyrus, well, then things hit, things went into nitrous. They could run the empire much more effectively. I'm going to really bore the bejesus out of a lot of you. What history did you study? My concentration was Ottoman history. But in order to get a degree, you kind of have to study all of it, so. Oh, really? Wow, it sounds amazing. Huh. Is it over? It's like 25 pages or something. A lot of books that I would open and be like, man, I sure hope this book agrees with me. I need to find some scholarly backing to what I'm spouting. Because you'd read the books, right, that you should read, but then sometimes you'd want to make a point, and you'd want that point to, you just like basically be like, there has to be somebody else who's already made this point, who's backed this up, that I can reference as like reinforcements, so that I'm not standing out on a ledge making this point. But believe it or not, very few people have written about how methods of communication affect expansion. So yeah, papyrus. I wish I could annex Egypt and EU4 as fast as the Ottomans did in real life. Yeah, Ottomans, they were hustling for a little while. Did you use Slack? No. In my day, we used GroupMe as like a way to communicate in large groups. Slack hadn't permeated society yet. What uni? I went to the University of Virginia. Loved it. Do 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 do. You good old GroupMe. I still use Group. Reese and I message each other on GroupMe. I have no idea why, but I love it. I love it. You ever see a Hullabahoos concert? No, but I know who they are. I was good friends with a guy named Daniel LaBarbera back in college, who was one of the lead singers. Hullabahoos is like an a cappella group. He was one of their lead people. Dude had a heck of a voice. Yeah, I went down to Charlottesville a couple of weeks ago and got a house with like 12 good friends. We spent the weekend down there. It was fun. How did Genghis Khan circumvent the league registration rules? Now we are asking the important questions. Now we are. Horses. Horses. That was the funny thing about the Mongols is everybody be like, all right, we just saw them over here, so they should be here now. And then because the entire army was on horseback, they would just pop, like, as soon as you got the message that they were on the way, they were already there. Because how did messages move? Horses. So by the time some dude's riding through the gate like, yo, we saw the Mongols the other day. They're headed right for you. Now, lookup didn't happen. Please refund it. If you're still here, the person that asked the lookup, you did it with a smiley face. You're very nice. But we did miss it, so we'll refund it. And if you want to do that lookup again, and you're here, you can throw it. If not, you have your points. It's fine. That's always the Mongol conquest stuff is hilarious because that's what they'll be like. Well, all of a sudden they were upon us, and I'm like, that's because the messages were moving as fast as they were. It's officially now a thing. Not only did I get back into FM last year, but now on the first snow day of the year, my 8-year-old is starting his first game. Yo, Delcott! That is so cool. I would like to give your 8-year-old a hearty high five and welcome them to the Football Manager gang. Paco, thank you so much for the 2 months, by the way. I really appreciate it. Welcome back to the Hammers. Why didn't Khan just create a WhatsApp group? Because he probably didn't know. He didn't want them to know that he was coming, obviously. Signed Giovanni Hogg. Whatever the price. Matsukatov. I really doubt that guy is as good as they're saying he is. I doubt it a lot. Didn't they arrive in Poland? Well, here's the thing. There are certain instances, and I find this hilarious because we know if the difference between people that wrote stuff down and people that didn't write stuff down is staggering. Because you can go to Rome in like 200 BC and know the intricacies of what was going on, who was there, the important battles, all this stuff, right? Because they wrote it all down, and then a bunch of people translated it so it never died. But 1,500 years later, the Mongols can be doing something and then they'll just disappear. And people are like, well, we think they went to vote for the next Khan, right? But like, you don't know. There'd be a huge battle going on and then they would just vanish. And they're like, well, no idea what just happened. Yeah, I can't believe he didn't post on his Facebook wall what he was doing. Oh, they're interested in Schmidt? Not gonna lie to you, we need some serious cash to make that deal happen. Franklin Tebow. I'm glad we finished scouting him. He's not very good. All right, Martin Kleinser. This guy's actually should already be available for contract negotiation, but we'll just throw him on the end of contract here. He doesn't seem too transcendent, but he's certainly not bad. Martin Hingerl. That's a bona fide maybe right there. Aljaz Kassar. Or how about Charlemagne? That's another interesting one. You probably heard that name before. You might not know why Charlemagne's important, but he's definitely considered one of the 15, 20 most influential figures in history. There is not a single verifiable fact about his life until he turns like 22. Other than the fact that obviously he was born. And at some point, Probably learned how to rule a little bit. Maybe got married and had a few kids. No idea why, no idea when. Or was he? Timothy Chalamet. True. Yeah, you know the Dune guy? Great actor. The first written source about Alexander the Great's 400 years after his death. That is wrong. I don't know who told you that. That might be the oldest surviving translation of works, but Alexander the Great might have had the biggest ego in history. The dude had a live biography written as he was just going around doing things. Like, can you imagine just being like, I think we're gonna take Damascus today. Write that down. And tell them that I did it sexily. You hear me? Write it down. The dude had biographers. He had like live-in biographers rolling with him. He vlogged his conquests. Vlogged them. Had people writing them down as he was going. Vlog better than Zealand Shannon. You better check that attitude at the door. Check it at the door. Okay. Oh, here it is. Nonsense. And a contract, but yeah, no, but Alexander the Great was vlogging. That man was writing stuff down as it was happening and having other people write it for him. Alexander the Great had everything going for him. His dad was a baller king, Philip II. His dad had built a ridiculous army in Macedonia. Had really solidified that part of the world under his control. Not only that, but I think it was Aristotle who he got tutored by one of like the smartest people in history. At least one of the smartest people. Not Aristotle, dang it. It was Aristotle. I Googled it wrong and it still came up with the right answer. Task failed successfully. Yeah, Alexander the Great got a small loan of 1 million soldiers. Look, I am not saying Alexander the Great wasn't great, right? As much as he had an ego, as much as he like he would have been considered in modern parlance like annoying, braggadocious, perhaps a lot cocky. There are a significant number of people that got handed the keys to the kingdom the way he did and didn't do nearly as much with it. Right? He did get handed the keys to the kingdom, but the dude rolled the known world. And he tried to roll the unknown world. He showed up in northern India. And the dudes there were like, who the are you? And why did you forget to tan? I mean, seriously. He actually lost there. They just threw him back. I don't know if you ever knew that. He went to northern India and lost. That's how far he got. He showed up at a river and they showed up with like elephants and dudes that instead of holding a shield were holding 2 swords, and it was just wild for them. It's always the elephants, man. They're always the ones that get you. All right, let's check on our sharpness here. Gonna throw these guys into it for one more match. Anybody else we want to make sure is super duper fit outside of Oliveira and Imbakogu? No. Hatem Ben Arfa's getting there. Schmid is already there. Kine is already there. Let's give Hassan Indom a shot. And then Elias Anderson is also already there. So if we have somebody else in the midfield that we'd like to give a run. No, actually, I don't know why our midfield is so fit. It's bothering. Oh, because Rasner's up here. Great. Right. Bruce Skagin. Get up there, man. Final friendly, Austria Vienna away on the 31st. That's actually a big match. Yeah, we won all three. Dynamics are up to very good. That's what I'm talking about. Make sure you win your friendlies, folks. Our dynamics just went from red to very good because we played 3 non-league teams and beat them all. I'm basically Alexander the Great, guys. That's what I'm telling you. Did he really lose? There's writings he was so impressed by them. I know that him in the I think it was Punjab region, right? But they don't know exactly who he was fighting because obviously there's no written work from India at that time, so they don't really know who was sitting there like, yeah, this dude in a weird shiny gold helmet showed up today. So they don't know exactly who he was fighting, but the guy, the opposing general, I know he had a bromance with Alexander the Great. They really dug each other, and they went like, wow, these, you know, mad respect. I have no idea who you are, but mad respect. As for, you know, I'm pretty sure he lost that fight. He might have gone back, but there was a point where he was over there and his troops were like, bruh, I'm going home. I miss Macedonia. And they were about to mutiny, and so he just called it. And then honestly died basically a year after that. His whole life was spent conquering, and then he just died. He went home. He went to Egypt, I think, and then just died of malaria. And they were like, well, what the hell do we do now? And then so his kingdom just exploded into a bunch of different weird Greek weird Greek states. Like Bactria and stuff. And that is why Cleopatra was Greek. So when you watch one of those movies or shows that Cleopatra's in and it's played by a white person, and then like a bunch of people on Twitter go, oh my God, they're whitewashing the history. Which honestly, sometimes they are. That, they're not. Even though they probably did that on accident. Wouldn't put it past Hollywood to just not know that she was Greek. Who won the World Cup? Fake Germany won the World Cup. We're really excited about it. I'm very enthused. Somebody asked what this playlist was, by the way. It's the hi-fi playlist. Makes me feel like I'm playing Pokemon, and that's a great feeling. I think a lot of us would share that is a great feeling. Se Pedro. I'd like to state the availability of my clients for $7,000. Is Bactria where bacteria comes from? No. No, it is not. Fake Germany is in Austria. That'd be pretty sick. America came fourth in the World Cup in my save. Yeah, they beat Belgium in the World Cup in mine. I mean, the United States is not a bad national team. Football Manager's even bearing that out. You know, we're still competitive. Alexander the Great just subscribed with Twitch Prime. Yes! Your history knowledge is very interesting. I am a nerd for it. My dad was a history major. He would read me history textbooks. Not history textbooks, but like history books before I would go to sleep. Just something, and that was not something that I was like, oh, you know, I'd be like, come on, Dad, read the book. Read. Read the book. He's come to conquer. Yeah, Alexander the Great has come to conquer the stream. Gage quits. Thank you for the Twitch Prime as well. Enjoy the bacon and the emotes. You know, make sure you get in the subsection of the Discord, and thank you. Is that a form of child abuse? Honestly, look, if you don't like history, that's fine. But you just had a bad teacher or something, right? Because history is always interesting because it's better. You know, it's just stories. The annoying, boring thing about history is the dates and the what happened and what geopolitical forces caused, you know, and that you see on the test. The boring thing about history is the education of history. It's the tests, it's the dates and having to know particular things. And certain people don't like that, right? Or you just, you know, you don't want to remember exactly when Wales went into England. But that's not the point, right? The stories, the human experiences, and that stuff is always interesting in history. Because it's you 2,000 years ago. That was always part of my favorite part of history. What do you do there? What are you doing then? How do you deal with that? You ready for the US-Canada game in January? Absolutely. It's gonna it's gonna be an ugly night on Twitter. I can tell you that much. Yeah, I do have 2 bin tweets before Thursday. I'm looking forward to it. Gonna try and use one today, honestly. Yeah, history, I mean, it's like everything, right? I hated math. It's probably because I just didn't vibe with my math teachers when I was growing up. You know, I don't know. But I know there's some people that really love math, and the math speaks to you, and it's like solving problems and puzzles, and it's fun. Well, history's that way to me. It's understanding the stories. And when I'm watching the news, being like, well, why, you know, why is that actually happening? All right. And there's a lot of misconceptions. I think a lot of the world's problems could be solved if people knew what had happened before. All right. Like, take, for example, okay, in the United States, you have a bunch of, you have this perception, right? I think a lot of the Western world where you look at Africa and you go like, well, man, there's just so much trouble going on there. Then if you sit there and you're like, why? And I'm like, well, because somebody show up, you know, what if somebody just showed up in Europe, right? If we wanted to do like stage of development, right? Somebody showed up in Europe in like 1000 AD and just started drawing lines. It was like, all right, this is a country, and just drew a circle through France, Germany, Northern Italy, like half of Switzerland, and then the lowlands of Belgium and the Netherlands. It was like, that looks like a country, right? Okay, cool. The hell do you think is gonna happen? You know, like, what did you think was gonna happen? But yeah, we have an anti-politics approach. We don't talk politics on Twitch. I don't think it's the place. Certainly not our stream. But talking about like historical context to things, that's always the example that I try and use. Romans be like, yeah, that's what the Romans were doing too. You just be like, you know, what did you think was gonna happen, man? Like, you just drew a bunch of lines on the map, and a bunch of people that don't have any shared history or common understanding of government or common language. There's 200 languages in Nigeria, and they're still doing better than you probably would have expected, given what would probably have happened if you put Germany and France in the same country, right? Like, it's historical context helps with a lot of things. It helps you not be mad at other people because, you know, most people around the world, having been fortunate enough to travel a lot too, most people around the world in basically every country want the same thing. They want to eat, they want their sports team to do well, they want to have some fun, and they want their job to not suck, right? And like that, and that's it. I don't care about anything else, right? Yeah, I like. Okay. Sorry to the mods. I know I towed close to our no politics rule. I guess I went into pretty modern history there, but it's a very reductive view of issues in Africa. Well, everything is always more complicated than they seem. But there are some advantages, Grillium, to being reductive, right? As long as you're not reductive and sensitive, like in an insensitive way. But if you help reduce like really complex issues, like if you wanted to take, you know, so well, what happened in Somalia, right? And you reduce it to something that helps people understand that this was not like they're not dealing with the same deck that we are in terms of like geopolitical advantages. That can help people understand and be more sympathetic. Yeah, history makes you real. Yeah, I think I can't remember. There's another line. I'm not going to be able to remember it, but it's a great line. It's like, how do you know a country's done something bad in the past and be like, it has dirt and people in it? It's like, you know, it has dirt and people in it. This country's done something bad in the past, and like, there's no. Where did I live before New York? I lived in Syracuse, New York. I grew up in Tampa, Florida, though. Born and raised. Go Bucks. Go Bolts. Go Rays. Hey, FM Girls here. What's up? How you doing? Comics are fantastic. FM Girls comics are fantastic on Twitter. Great reads if you have a chance.
What do you call an independent jouster? A freelancer?
We're finally going to play some matches. I'm originally from Ithaca. Oh, nice. Sweet. Come on, dude. Oh, he just had like a 2.5-month break. The match is tomorrow, and 2 starting players get sick. You just can't make it up. You cannot make it up. Freelancer, look, I'm gonna put the A-. You reference a cat jam, there you go. Still can't commit to a save, it's all right. Some people only like playing a year or 2 and then they end the save. What do you love about Football Manager? And then find a save that embodies that. I mean, you know, take a step back and actually look at like, what do I enjoy playing Football Manager? What part of it brings me joy? What part of it brings you joy? And then identify a save that you can play that will help provide you that in your life. Money. Winning. Well, if you want money, you know, play in Russia. If you want money in a challenge, there's a boatload of money flying around Russia. It's nuts, but it is a challenge as well. Being part of Z's community. Let's go, baby. Just Flannel, thank you for the gifted sub. Gifted a sub to Genghis Khan. You gotta love it. Executioner Fall, thank you for the prime. Brickleston with the zoinks on the on anime wows. Sometimes you need it. Brickleston with a 16, and then Frontier. Congrats to the A- joke. Working in the cat jam. Thank you for the 4 months as part of the Hammers. It's beautiful. Beautiful. I just set an alarm because I can't miss this family event that I will be attending today. So it is more than an hour, so you got no worries there, but I do have to set an alarm for 2:20. There it is. Cool. So I make sure that I had that set. I don't want to miss anything. Match day, baby. Away to Austria, Vienna. This is a big match if we're going to find our way into the championship group. Something good. Thank you for the tier 1. And Fierce Pierce throwing down a 101st gifted sub. Running away with it this month. Fierce Pierce is the gifted sub king right here. Your video with Tom FM just dropped? God, that must have been recorded forever ago. What was it? yeah. Oh, this was ugly, dude. My ODFC team played his Aberdeen team. Ugly. It was like one of those things where you load the two teams into a database. Like you load those two teams into a database and then play each other. Oh, we got flattened. Our team had better attributes than his too, but it was just like one of those one-off games. We got absolutely destroyed. It was like 4-0 or something. Yeah, you can't get relegated out of the champions group. Just Flannel just gifted a sub to Aristotle. Yes. Just Flannel's really covering the bases. Genghis Khan, Aristotle. Alexander the Great subbed out of their own free will here.
Do you have calculated how many thousands of dollars Fierce already spent in last 2 weeks?
No. But Fierce Pierce has gone full, like, gifted sub beast mode. Oh, he went on trial with a different club. He was out for a day. God, he was part of my trial farm. He's not allowed to go anywhere else. Tom's Aberdeen's very good, though. Well-spread talent. But they were good. But, like, when we compared the attributes of the players, we had him beat. But we showed up, like, you never know what happens in those weird databases, but we just got run right off the park. I mean, really just run right out of there. It was something. I keep a few trials in camp. Absolutely. Gifted us sub the Jarl Balgruff. Nothing like a little Skyrim to whet your appetite. Jarl Balgruff of Whiterun is here. I'm gonna go Bumberger and Peary. So Schmidt and Grieger are out for this match, which is just hilarious. This whole stretch of time where it just didn't matter, and then all of a sudden, bada bing, bada explosion. The boys are out. You're in. Leai's definitely going to be relevant on the bench for this one. We've got Pooch. We've got Bazirovic. We've got Miganov. We've got Razner. Indam is definitely not going to be there. So we got 2 open spaces on the bench. And a real lack of forward players to use them. Pani Go is going to be on the bench today. I mean, honestly, they just took out 2 of our forward players with that round of dudes getting sick. Krizuki, just in case we need a more attack. I don't think he can play the wings or striker, though. So what's the point, Ben? Bazirovic there, Javi Vasquez, and Alexander Miganov. Or no, give me a Son and Dom. I think we're more likely to need a Son and Dom out of this match. All right, we're playing the classic shape for me of a team that is worse that needs to find a way to compete. This is that classic shape. So Mbakogu and João Oliveira, need him to stay further up the field. I think that cost us before. And then Graham's going to be running off the inside. Yeah, I know we're not 100% fit, but you know what? We are confident. We're very confident. We owe them. Apparently we lost our first match against them. We're sort of a team that can handle anything thrown at us. Cool, bad weather. That's what we want. Oh, Peary is suspended. That's why Bruce Gagin has to play today. I literally went looking for Peary, couldn't find him, and then just did the rest of the team and didn't ask any questions. I probably should have asked a few questions, but we're fine. He's suspended for this league match, so that must have happened 3 months ago or whenever we last. God, it looks freezing. What is December 31st? So, way to restart the league when it is just much colder. But, you know, tournament's done. Oliveira! Come on, boys. Come on. Bumberger, good header. Cruz, just bop it. And then Graham, do some more bopping. Test their back. I want their back line to have to face their goal to defend. That's really the goal. We got to be able to win the first ball and force them to face their goal. This just looks like a nice, ugly match. Yep, out to the fullbacks. Cruz. Oh, I like this. I like this. Jerry! Wasn't the easiest chance. It wasn't the easiest chance. It's all right. Hatem Ben Arfa. Ooh, Oliveira. No. Okay. Ben Arfa. Whoop. Oh, nice ball. Let's go. Hatem Ben Arfa making plays. Elias Anderson back on the score sheet. I feel alive. Woo! Ben Arfa's been hit or miss, but I guess that's just basically Hatem Ben Arfa. I will say he is an X factor. It obviously brings qualities that nobody else in the team has, and that's, you know, you get those tight spaces, able to find a pass. And Ben Arfa finds Elias Anderson wide open. It's beautiful. He's a great set piece taker, which is obviously valuable. All right. Way to get back, boys. Way to get back.
The fact that I'm working the Idaho Potato Bowl and you're not calling it is a disappointment. The Dorfers would barnstorm the blue turf.
Well, that's going to be fun, though, Der Sanders. It's a shame I'm not calling the Idaho Potato Bowl, but thank you for the 6 months in the prime, dude. I appreciate it. That was suspiciously well timed by Austria Vienna over the top. Dude completely choked it. We get a lot of highlights off these corners, but none of them are the actual corner. It's like the ensuing chaos because Ben Arfa floats in and gets a second chance to deliver. Oh, so close. Oh, no. Bruskagin glued to the ground there. Didn't really step to it at all. It's a great pass by their guy. Because we're so sunken in trying to slow the counter. Oh my god, not again. The Bruskagin, goodness me. Good save. Okay. Guys. Huskovich. Somebody, for the love of all that's good and holy, please. Huskovich.
I'm way behind on the Dorfs, so I'm just gonna slip back out and catch up at 13 months. Let's freaking go.
Let's go, Night Robin. Thank you. Thank you for the 13. They deserved to be level after those two chances for Huskovich, but that's tough. Got to do something with it, Blackman. You can't just knock it down. Got to do something with it. Is he shooting? No. That was a just insanely good delivery. I wish he was shooting. Oh, here we go. Our umpteenth corner. Come on, Oliveira. Come on, Oliveira. Come on, Oliveira! Yes! Get him, big boy! Get him, big boy! João Oliveira! Soaring through the air! Wonderful! Yes. 2 assists for your boy Hatem Ben Arfa. Giving Oliveira that. Oh my goodness me. We might just have the worst defense of all time. It's distinctly possible that we have the worst defense of all time. I mean, it like every ball over the top, it's like find somebody that's where they're supposed to be. It's insane. Please just stand next to someone. Oh, you know what opened that up was our tighter marking on Huskovic. I'm not even kidding. Huskovic drops in, Bumberger follows him because we have that tighter marking, and Fischerauer literally adds just acres of space. Turn that off and then have team wide. Yes, I want the team wide tighter marking now, please. I have faith in you. Come on, let's turn this around. We're a team full of belief right now. We've got the happiness. It's 2-2 at halftime. That's not what we're trying to do with a very defensive formation. So why did you abandon 5 at the back? Because our defense is bad. Great. Our defense was not good enough out of the 5 at the back. We were in a poor run of form, and so we swapped out to my favorite kind of lower league, we're the bad team sort of formation, and this is that formation.
Woo.
That's just one of those goals you got nothing to do with as a manager, and it hurts. Oh, and Bakogu had a pass there. He had a really good pass to Graham that he did not find. Anderson's done well to keep this ball. That was not an easy spot to be in. Oliveira. Yeah, who wants to keep working the ball, Graham? Not me. Certainly isn't me. Great shot, man. Now we're just going to get terrifyingly far up the field and play our game. Play our game. I don't really want to look at the bench. Oh, Graham, what a performance, man. Goodness, what a game from Jordan Graham. Look at look at the freaking ratings on my defense right now. Look at the ratings on the defense. Oh my goodness, they're so bad. So Graham for Rafael AI, and I'm just going to go with a winger on support further up the field. Actually, no, winger on attack, and we'll go attacking now and really let the boys have it. Let the boys have it. Let them have at it. We can go for it for the last 15. Thank you, Blackman. Hasn't been great today, Blackman, but he's been generally great all season, so can't blame him for taking a day off, considering how often the rest of the team takes a day off. Okay, Leai. All right, Leai. That's pretty good. All right. I'll play Leai. Rafael! Better than we've looked normally. All right, let's get that third goal. If we're not going to beat him, let's at least not let them pull away from us, huh? Oh, Leai. Doesn't he look dangerous? Oh, great ball! Good work from Rafael. Come on, man. That is essentially what we can do. I'll bring it down. Thank you, Hassan. Ben Arfa. He's got Oliveira. João Oliveira. Yes! Stay on it. We've got the momentum now. Stay on it. He holds his nerve. Oh, he's held his nerve. In on goal. Hatim Ben Arfa again. Picks out the pass. It's Oliveira. The man for the big occasion. For Floridsdorfer again. Stay. Well, that's a dangerous free kick. Good save. Jerry! Go, Jerry! Come on, Jerry! Come on, Jerry! Jerry! Yes! He's done it! Oh! Yes! Jerry! Jerry and Bakogu! Oh, what a moment for Jerry and Bakogu. Unbelievable stuff here. Unbelievable scenes. He's held his nerve to the very end. All the way to the very end. Couldn't have done it better. He could not have done it better. Just waltzes around the keeper and scores. They went for it on the set piece right next to the goal. We nodded out and Jerry and Bakogu digs deep. What a turnaround. He just got those acres of space. Knows he's got time. Just, takes it round the keeper, passes it into the bottom corner. I know, it literally was this play. Come on! Blow the whistle! Clear it! Blow the whistle! Blow the whistle! What a win! What a win by the boys! What a turnaround! 2 stoppage time goals! And we go from losing to the team in 6th to beating them on the road. Brilliant! What nerve from Jerry and Bakogu. We gave up 3 goals. I mean, we weren't brilliant. We'll back ourselves against anyone, but that was a tough fight. We had to hold the faith till the end in the cold. Woo, baby. We're in 6th. Yeah! We're in the champions group. Look at those Dorfers. What a win. And Bakogu ends his 11 hours without a goal.
You, Jerry, we do.
Wow, what a way to do it for Jerry and Bakogu. You just realize that they actually don't have anybody back. They brought everybody up for that free kick, and we got the clearing header to set Jerry up all alone. We actually play Salzburg next. Yikes. Morale seems really high. If the players are happy, the results come much easier. I hope it stays that way, obviously. Shows we have a very determined bunch. And how Timba and Arfa's buying in. Thank the heavens, right? We play Salzburg. We're at home, though. They have to come to the Fachplatz. Right? They have to come to the Fachplatz, so have them. We deserve the late winner. I've expected nothing less. Manfred Schmidt, he's a classy head coach. You know that. I know that. I'm a big Manfred Schmidt guy. I've always believed that he's one of the best guys in the game. January transfer window. Can't imagine we'll be doing too much in this, but I've been wrong before. Up the Dolphins. Yes. Have you posted anything on your TikTok yet? No, look, I promise. Once I think today, we're getting the workflow set up. Smug has done a great job working on the first couple of TikToks, but we're figuring out what we want our style to be. We're studying other TikToks. What's the most entertaining, basically, way to kind of put it together, right? Taking a stream and turning it into a TikTok. It's a very different format, right? So what's the best way to put it together and what's the best process? But we're very actively working on it. I had a meeting last night about that. My uncle lives 3 minutes away from the Fachplatz. Well, should tell him to head over to the holy ground of, all Austrian, league play. 7 matches left, and we are in the championship group, which would be a great accomplishment. Transfer window's open once more, bringing with it speculation over our plans. Will there be any deals in the coming weeks? I'm not talking transfer stories, Felix. Right now I think we're happy with our team. We're focused on Salzburg. They're going to be really determined to come after us. They've really struggled in the league despite their obvious talent. So this is a match they're really going to want. But you know what? We're a championship group level team too. And so we were going to want some revenge for that FA Cup match where we really slipped up early. We're going to have to prevent that this time. Expecting TikTok dances and tight leggings. No, but I'm definitely not only going to do Football Manager stuff on TikTok. There will obviously be just a lot of funny clips and, little Football Manager tips and stuff. Manuel Albanese has signed. He's actually pretty freaking good already, even though he's 18. Problem is he doesn't have that long burst, but he does have size. He's pretty darn good in the air for a wing, which is valuable for us because we do a lot of back post crossing. He definitely should be on the senior team because the amateur team just doesn't have anyone, if that makes sense. Mbikogu, welcome him. Thank you, Jerry. He speaks Italian, so we can take care of that. Schmidt on an end of contract. How about no? No, I'm not going to play you as an advanced forward, Schmidt, but I do love you. My love for you knows no bounds. A 3-year contract. Yeah, this guy's imminently sellable. Even if we end up signing a better wing and he doesn't start anymore, he's very, very sellable. More quickness training. I'll just add one in. I feel like we haven't done it in a while. That's perfectly fine. We do have room for another bit of training here anyways. So I'll just throw it there. I would love for him to... I have no interest in selling Schmidt right now. I want him to like me. A position they could do with strengthening. I honestly believe, the center back position. I believe the center back position is one that we need to strengthen. I think Pooch, he served the club admirably, but we're still trying to figure out if he can play and perform at this level. And the jury is out. We're not sure. Penguinese, thank you so much for the 7 months. We do love you. Jerry Revelation, thank you for the 3. Congrats on cooking your bacon. Dr. Lulz, thank you for the Twitch Prime. And Night Robin with the 13 months. I thanked you already, slipping away. I'll see you on YouTube. You see the transfer rumors about players linked with our club. Basically, it's FM's recommendations for you. I know where that is on deadline day, but to be perfectly honest, I've never gone looking for that before deadline day. What you can always do is come in here and then, if you have your... I don't have a general manager, but... Oh, I do. Where is he? Transfers. It's in transfers. Suggest transfer targets, and you click, whatever position, and he'll have recommendations for you about who to sign. Mert! Thank you for the Prime. That's for 920. Thank you for 5 gifteds. Caston, Quality, Marks, Dan, Kim, Jake, Antonius, Bacon prompting 5 gifted subs from 920. He's got 42 gifted subs. Very clearly an illustrious career. Look at that. Look at that locker room atmosphere. Would you just look at that? It's in league news, transfer rumors. Goodness, Salzburg is just really stinking it up right now. They're 4 points off of Lask. They're behind SV Red. Maybe they need a new manager. Come to think of it. Dude, did Hartberg win? No, they drew. It's the bottom team. What a huge win. We really just snaked that. We just absolutely snaked that. David Schnegg. This one Venezia. This dude's kind of legit. Raphael Schifferl. I'm in play for all the Austrians. I get a nice financial bonus for playing Austrians. A really not insignificant financial bonus for playing Austrians. Boy Scout Pascal Fisheries on a month-to-month. It's the only way we're going to figure that out. Because on month-to-months normally don't take the trials. Alexander Ludwig. I wish I could like tailor this and I could like put the buttons that I wanted down here. Like I really don't need the approach agent button. I much more often I'm clicking like I would love to be able to put a button down here to put guys on particular shortlists. Like just tailor what the button is. Like what is it linked to? I think that'd be really, really helpful. A little more customization so that you can speed the game up yourself if you want to put the time in. Groats, thank you so much for the 3, dude. Congrats on toasting your bacon. Hello. How long do your family think? Oh, an hour. They just got a new one in my save. Great. Though I might have offered me an interview. Maybe. It's your skin. Yeah, I meant like in Football Manager in general. Obviously, we're playing on the skin that FM Enhanced and I have been able to put together. So I could go to FM Enhanced and be like, hey, do you think we could do this? Do you think we could make everybody play with my exact shortlists? That would be what I would say. What if we just set this up perfectly for me and then everybody else just got to kind of figure out if they wanted to use those shortlists or not? But like, let's make sure it's perfect for me. All right. Cepelino! 11 months. Almost at gold bacon. A Beruzaniti. I doubt it. I really doubt it. I seriously doubt it, dude. I doubt it. I doubt all of you. Wouldn't be the worst thing. It'd be very helpful for me. So, Derek, thanks for the 18. 18. Year and a half from Derek. Wow. It's been quite the journey, huh, Derek? Quite the journey. Glory. Smellery, thank you so much for converting to a tier 1. Greetings from Austria. All the love to the league. Wow, this dude's hair is impressive. Also born in 2000. Get out of here. You make me feel old. An amateur contract. Give me a full knowledge scout. Delia. Contract ends the end of next year. Unlikely he'll still be an influential player by then, but we'll hang on to him and give him an opportunity on that end of contract. Maybe he can contribute something to the team. 50 center back. Thanks for the gift to Bugsy. Give me another anime. Wow. Hit it. There's just not a lot of moves I would think that we could make, honestly, at this stage. Recommend individual free kick taking training for Cruz. Absolutely not. Leai to dribble on the left. No, we're training him to dribble on the right. Bumberger apparently has excellent reading of the game, so he can mark opponents tightly. We're going to definitely work on that. Bezirovic, Razner, and Mikanov are questionable on extending their contracts. That's fine. Recommend changing Anderson to a star player. I am not changing up. Thank you. Nice. Jordan Graham really benefiting from his individual training focus is a nice thing to hear from a 27-year-old that's just come to a new country. Leai could be even better than Schmidt. I really hope that's true. Well, I'm not yelling at Prisikene, but I will absolutely credit Hatim Ben Arfa with his improvement in form. I feel like he's the type of guy that needs a lot of praise. He needs me to sit there and go, you are simply the greatest player in the history of ever. And Hatim Ben Arfa, a nice feeling Hatim Ben Arfa might be our only chance to take Salzburg down. So, satisfying to conclude transfer business. This is no exception. Oh, Albanese, yeah, he's, look, definitely the case. Looking to build for the future. He's been thoroughly scouted. When he gets there, watch out. We're going to have to wait a little while to see the best of him. I remain patient and confident. Oh, okay. Do you think there could be some generation gap between Albanians? Everyone can learn things from one another, so now he's reserved. He's not as upset. Cool. We wanted to bring in a player who does what he does. He fits us like a glove, and I know how I want to use him. All right, I was unable to make him more happy with that answer, but you know what? He'll be fine. He'll be completely fine. New game works on 22. Yeah, we dropped the guide about a week ago. I think less than that. How did it go last game? We won 4-3. We came back. 2 stoppage time goals, including a Torres-esque finish by Mbakogu right at the death. All by his lonesome, all alone with his thoughts. Just rounded the keeper. Tucked the ball to bed in the bottom corner with a plum. Brilliant stuff. Amalainen request to be removed from the transfer list. Danger request transfer. So Bradley Danger is going to try and make a move. Okay. Senhove's requested to be removed. Got it. Olivier Custodio's the player that I wanted to bring in, right? He wants a lot of money or no? Can't remember. Because we can sign these guys now, we can sign them. We do have a little room in the budget. I'm gonna ask for an increase to the transfer budget. Please. Increase the payroll. So there are some players I think we could actually look to sign here. Start by offering a trial to all 13 of these guys, make training a little tougher at the beginning here, but those are the guys that are now all of a sudden free as we enter January. Everybody accepted? Everybody accepted. Wonderful. Wonderful. Let's bring them all in. Let's have another look at them. Diego Luna. Olivier Custodios. Just an excellent, excellent addition. Him and Elias Anderson would be brilliant next to each other. Maybe look to sell like an Alan Cruz? Maybe. It's also somebody who can hit corners while leaving Hatem Ben Arfa short. And then we have like just lethal options to receive the ball and try and do something with it there. Tries long range free kicks and passes. Comes deep to get the ball and dictates tempo. I am very interested in signing Custodio. I think we might start negotiating that pretty soon. João Lucas. I still like João Lucas. Boubacar Jallo. Not the same type of player. I really don't think he's going to end up being that good. Kyriakos Papadopoulos. We could end up going, oh man. You need center backs. This dude is as tough as they come. But I don't remember how much money he wants. He wants star player. But if we gave him star player, he wouldn't actually want that much money, which is just wonderful news. How about this? I'm going to drive a really incentivized contract. I'm going to say like, hey, you get 15,000 if you get team of the year. International caps, you get 1.8k for every international cap, and you get a goal bonus off of corners as well. We're going to really reduce this. Come on, negotiate. Who are you? Under 51,000 for Kyriakos Papadopoulos. That'd be nice. We'll look to move one center back. Never mind. We're going to have an active transfer window. Oh, Joaquin Reichenberg. I can't sign both of them. I got to wait on Reichenberg and Brian Calderara. He's a left back. I would love to move my left backs and just literally try out another left back, because all of our left back solutions are just not go. Like they're not a go. So what's that? That means that we're going to dump one of our center backs, which is it Pooch? It's like we got a lot of people that the one, teams are obviously interested in Bruno freaking Piri, but we can move him for free. He's honestly the only guy in good form. The only guy we generally trust to exist as a center back.
Zians the Ianx is in comes in unity.
Yeah. Pooch, but I think it's Bruskagins.
Does giving a lot of bonuses to a player in a contract make them slightly more likely to try and achieve them, or is it just for contract appeasement?
Football Manager usually thinks of everything, so I believe it makes them more likely to try and appease them, but at the same time, I don't actually know that completely for sure. I've never tested it myself. I've never directly been told by somebody that that is the case. I do believe that, but it's not a belief that I can like tie to a fact and go, yes, this is what's going on. Gonna offer out Miganov and Javi Vasquez. I think Slavisa Radovic will come good, but I would love to move one of my left backs. Copa Movie Stars got a little transfer action going on. Wild. Well, I guess we didn't drum up any interest with that. Gonzalez, thank you for the 3 months. He's part of the Hammers. And Snack Savat, thank you for the 3 months as well, dude. I appreciate it. This is a fair question, Fierce Pierce. A good question, and thank you. And João Gonçalves, thank you so much for the 2 months. Not 2 months, the 200 bits. I can read. Great. All three failed to attract offers. Hartberg's put an offer in for Papadopoulos. Really, really hope he signs with us. Really, really hope he signs with us. We got to send Piri home. Oh, great. We're going to be without our best center back for the second straight match. That would be choice. Bruno Enrique. The Forense is a top flight. Oh, they're in the second division. Okay. I just don't know enough about him to be able to make that move. Do not know enough about him. It's a shame is that Nashville, they're going to be able to give him more money than I can. Suppose I should explore that. Yeah. Just more interested in Nashville as well, so really just be a backup offer that would tie up the amount of money that we have. So we're not going to do it. There it is. No offers for 3 players.
The biggest irony in the world's history is that the Russian alphabet has no letters in lowercase. It's all capitalization.
Animals for the 4 months. How do you enjoy managing in Belarus? I'm doing a Belarusian Build a Nation right now, and I'm absolutely loving it. I mean, obviously, we had a great time. 9 years. Balled out.
What do football teams do when the pitch is flooded? They bring on the subs.
See, Bruce Kagin's the guy. He's played poorly all year, and he's fallen out of the team because of our formation change. I believe he might be a very difficult person to move. Greetings from Iceland. When's the next streamer showdown? Soon. As I understand. Soon. Soon. Let's see. Animals. We've got the capitalization joke. Right. Which is good. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a B plus on that one. And then Jorginho swept in with the they bring on the subs. I believe that's an A minus. So both of them are no-goes. At least Schmidt has signed his new contract here and decided not to go anywhere else. Federico Vieto. Let's go ahead and remove him from the futures list. He's looking to sign a new contract. Eric De Los Santos. Looks competent, looks versatile. He's working on a deal in in the Uruguayan leagues. It's not like we're about to lose out on his move to Europe. Teddyoko, I need something. I got nothing on that guy. All right, what about a different center back? Can I move a different center back and keep Bruskagin as deep cover? Puchiger would hurt, but we could try. He's open to speaking to other clubs, which means he shouldn't get mad when we offer him out. Always check that in the top left before you keep going. Schmidt's got food poisoning. Awesome. Love that. What is happening at the freaking facilities for Floridsdorfer right now? Okay. Or we just move Hassan and Dom. I'm fine with that too. Let you go permanently, in all honesty. Honestly, I keep threatening him with him leaving permanently, and then he doesn't want to do it. But if a club comes in and wants Hassan and Dom, who I don't necessarily want to get rid of. I think he's great deep cover. He's got good pace. I mean, he came in and played in the last match and settled things down after Bruskagin laid the biggest egg of all time. Fabrizio Romano is streaming and you've got more viewers. I'm not going to lie, that is pretty cool. Fabrizio, give me a call. Let's play FM sometime. And anyone know what jerseys he's wearing? It's Ajax. Ajax. João Gonçalves, thank you so much for the 100 more bits, dude. That's 300 bits. Just tossing them down. 400 bits. Tossing them down. I have a wear and tear injury every week. It's so annoying. Anything I can do about this? Watch the video I made about preventing injuries, because wear and tear injuries are those injuries that you can prevent. Nadir Zertea. Well, that guy looks good. Now, I don't want to overburden my scouting department, but he definitely looks like the type of guy I would want to scout up. Lariala Mikmaila no Woyo Koulibaly. That is a sick name. Woyo, and I'm going to go with just a completely full scout. We got to make sure that these guys are good. This guy's at Sassuolo. How in the heck do you think I can afford him? Nicholas Meister, on the other hand, another full scout. I mean, I don't want to, don't want to get dangerous with this, but I'm feeling a few full scouts. Really hope Papadopoulos takes that deal. We need another center back I can trust. Then we'd have him, Bumberger, and Bruno Piri. Sozlan Takasov into contract. David Domjani, end of contract. Not really interested. Give me a week. Now, come on. No. Franklin Tebo. Dude, we've scouted this. Scouted this guy before. He's on a month-to-month at Nasawara. We'd have to actually buy him from Nasawara because if you sign him from the month-to-month, then you have to pay compensation. Which is a stupid rule. Leon Schuster. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Looks like we got some good knowledge on this guy. Let's prioritize that one. We are doing a good job of not overburdening our scouting department. And by that, I mean we do not use them. Viewers, how can I do that? Zeal and I have a video for that. It does help. I mean, if it's a really short sort of tip, I can give that to you. But there's a lot of different ways to try and reduce the workload of your players in training and kind of keep those wear and tear injuries at bay. Sometimes you just got to go for it, too. Sometimes you roll the dice and they come up with a wear and tear injury and you just go, all right, that stinks. And on to the next one. Because you just really needed a guy to play a couple of matches and then off they go. Nahuel Casasolo, well, certainly nothing that's rocking my world too much. Juan Tomacic lacks that bit of burst, does he? Can't you just offer 0 a month? It depends. Oh my god, he went to Hardberg. Who are literally last right now. Yeah, I mean, we were projected to finish last, so really glad that we could give, you know, that is unfortunate. That is super unfortunate that that happened.
Knock.
And I just
Broken
clicked quick
pencil.
pick.
Just forget it, it's pointless.
Nice. Olivier Custodio. Would love to make you a part of this team, Olivier. A regular starter. We should. Oh my god, Olivier.
Zed, don't take 2 centimeters with poor jumping, reach and heading. They will not contest the scramble situations and you will not score/concede goals.
Johnny with an interesting take. Yo, Flannel gifted a sub to Fabrizio Romano. Thank you, dude. And Donnie Joe, I appreciate the 1,000 bits. The, you know, knock, knock, broken pencil. Just forget it. It's pointless. Johnny, that's interesting. I mean, I never really thought about that too much. Little too much money for Olivier Custodio. He's feeling himself. And Calderera, I don't think it's going to be a significant improvement. So just like that, the number of players that we are signing seems to be going down. We had Papadopoulos and Olivier Custodio, and now it feels like we're kind of 0 for 2. Little Splitsville on those two guys. And Karkouche, the lack of pace is deeply concerning about Reda Karkouche. He has no explosiveness. He's not a tremendous playmaker. He's just a player that has quality. What can you do to increase commercial revenue? Signing high reputation players, signing like a really famous old player or something that really ups jersey sales and stuff. Outside of winning, that's the fastest thing you can do. I remember liking Shao Lucas. He's not getting the star rating, but I do remember liking him. He's very similar to Slavica Radovic, unfortunately, and I remember him wanting a lot of money. But, you know, even squad, like for a squad player to get paid like a legit first, you know, an important player. That's tough, especially when we can't move the other 3 on our team.
Bacon.
How can you afford world scouting? Surely you don't have money for it. Clearly we do. The board, very progressive in their thinking, gave us world scouting the moment we got promoted to the top division. I don't make the rules. Hey, fellas, who likes bacon? I do. Thank you for the 8 months. Donnie Joe, I'm going to go with a B- on the knock knock joke, even though we get precious few knock knock jokes through the dad joke system. Sign someone like Humam Tariq. I love Humam Tariq. I had that dude in FM 14, won the Champions League with him on my bench. Glor Anadanda's got a deal going. Prisakene can now speak German, which is nice. That was insanely fast. It's very expensive for a club your size. Everything is expensive for a club my size. We were 600 to 1 to win a league of 12 teams this year. 600 to 1 to win a league of 12 teams. Next team was, I think, 150 to 1, just to give you an idea of like how off the range we were. Oh, 400 to 1. Some of those transfers really shaking and baking the, you know, the odds. Give me your argument for that lower line of engagement. All right. Marcetta was put into the... No, Prisakene starts at right back. Thank you. I accidentally hit the auto select. So Blackman, Marcetta, Bumberger. It's just Marcetta should be with him. Don't know about that. Pooch, you're on the bench. Rosner, you're on the bench. They want Jerry and Mbikogu and Grieger next to each other. I'm going to go with Oliveira and Grieger, but Mbikogu as a guaranteed substitute at some point in this game. Javi Vasquez as a substitute. Bruce Gagin's not going to get anywhere near it. Bruno Piri's actually cleared, so Bruno Piri's going to play. Pooch is going to be the substitute center back. Honestly, Dragan Marchetta is going to be the substitute center back. Pooch has been in bad form, and by bad I mean terrible. Bruce Gagin's been terrible. Indom's been fine. Maybe that's who we want to go with, is Indom. Graham was okay, and Schmidt's going to be on a shorter list with Graham out there. But we're going to start with Schmidt. And we have Graham, Leai, and Mbikogu. Leai was honestly really promising when he got a chance to be out on the field. And then Rosner and Krasuki is the midfield. Or are we just going to go with Bazirovic? We're just going to go with Bazirovic. How we feeling today, lads? Feeling good? Awesome. Not going to hit early crosses. We are going to regroup when possession has been lost so that we don't get absolutely flambéed. And yeah, I'd say just pay attention to Ben Seshko. Do absolutely everything you can to try and take him off his game. But honestly, we can't do that because there'll be so many people running off of him. We need to make sure we close him down, though. Because he's obviously somebody that can also distribute. All right. Bumberger, Radovic, and Cruz are not cleared. Well, I'm not putting Radovic in. Well, these guys are in the wrong spots. Good thing I clicked out. Everybody else is okay, right? We're all in the right spots. Yeah, midfield was flipped. Cruz, just go in there and 2-foot somebody. I'll bring in Rasner when you pick up a yellow. Just go hit someone, please. We owe them. They freaking embarrassed us the last time we played them. You've lost the last 3 matches. Both teams have players who have little to do with the history of the statistic. Not really. Not going to get drawn into discussion about those stats. We're playing a game today, and we're playing a game. We're going to just put our head down to the absolute best we can. Come on, boys. It's in the snow. It's ugly. Let's make it gross. Let's make it nasty. Let's drag him down into the gutter with us. make it gross in this snow. And we need a magisterial performance from Hatim Ben Arfa. That's what we need. Well, I'm glad we could remove our midfield from the equation before turning the ball over. Have them go flying up the field. Good work, Kenne. Good work. Love of the highlight just keeps going. Yeah, oh boy, Prissa Kenne. There we go. Let's get through the first 20 minutes, okay? Survive the first 20 minutes. We've got a decent clip of the ball, and we have freaking 56% possession. See, they're Lions in the FA Cup, right? They're Lions in the FA Cup, but in the league. We played them tight at their place, and now we're at the Fox plots, you know? Oh, Bruno. Thank you, Blackman. We're going to need you to do that a few times. Jorginho with the gifted, the doggy. Jorginho, thank you so much for throwing the gifted sub. Heptics, thank you for the 6 months, and congrats on that silver bacon. Coming in hot. Oh, is Steph Curry going for the 3-point record tonight? I could see myself throwing that on. Yeah, we want this slow to be just slushy. We want our grounds crew to take the night off. We want it to just be awful on this field. Wow, Sesko's balance is 3 times what that guy's was on my team. Sesko stopped running, and I don't know who it was. I might have been Prissa Kenne. Just went flying away. Well, probably can't be giving that up. It's all right, man. We got through the first 20 minutes. That's what I asked. Get through the first 20 minutes. Show that we're here to hang. Make them really gut it out. Make them really have to play. Great work. I thought Piri honestly blocked that. That might have been Blackman just closing down Sesko, but all right, something is starting to get exposed. Is Schmidt not following this back enough? I think we're just going to go fullbacks on support here because we don't want them trying to run with the ball and turning it over. Don't think this is the type of team they can exploit that against. Blackman is huge. Easy snatch game. Little far. Little far. What an own goal that would have been. Keeper just misses the touch. All of a sudden, we're up 1-0. The guy can dream. Miss the touch! Turn it over. Just rip it right to Oliveira. Honestly, if they want to draw, I'll take it. If they want to pass it around their center backs, I will take it. They got their first flurry of activity, but clearly we have taken the air out of the ball. We're going to get a chance in this game. I really hope we take it. Oh, Grieger, yes! Oh boy, Grieger. Oh, lovely. It's the right idea. You are so cute with all your passing. We're there. Good block. Bumburger actually playing pretty well right now. Rewarding my continued faith that I had to show him because we had no other option that was even doing decently. Attaboy, Oliveira. I wish we could start Mbikogu and Grieger, honestly, for the pace and the counter, but Oliveira's size is so important on, 1, defending set pieces, and 2, being able to win the ball at all up top. And he got in the way of that header, too. He's everywhere. We need the fullbacks to show up. They did not. That's fine. Let Soleil have the ball. Go wide, have to play through our wing and fullback on each side. Honestly, where they should go is here, but that's obviously not where they're trying to go. There's 1, they've got Seavold, who's not like a facilitator. Ezekiel Barco's an attacking midfielder, so he's going to get far enough up that our midfielders can contend with him. Ideally. Come on. Attaboy, Bruno Piri. Just gum up the system. They put the cross in, we're there. We've got bodies all over the box. We have brave center backs. Oliveira, literally, what? Oh, you pansies! I didn't even see an animation. I said Sole was pushed. We're playing in sub-zero temperatures. It's gonna hurt a little bit competing for a Cruz. I saw the animation that time. They saying Cruz pushed Sole in the back. Wasn't even likely to win it. All right, Blackman, this would be a great time. Oh. Yeah, you celebrate, Ezekiel. You absolutely didn't earn that one. Yeah, well, I mean, Salzburg's in real danger of not winning the league, and Austria can't have that, right? So we got to flag a good, hard-working man like Alan Cruz for touching somebody in a corner. Give them a penalty when we have, I mean, considering we got wiped off the face of the earth by this team like a month ago, we're putting in a really nice performance. Great work by Bumberger, man. That is excellent recovery. Expect the home field advantage of the Fok plots. Let this be our chance. Let this be our chance that we take. Oh, Grieger. Oliveira! Ref! Anderson chopped down in his prime. Is he on? Well, he's wide, so we're fine. His first touch needed to be a little better. Oh, Anderson was winding up to drop a hang. Oh, come on. This Oliveira and Bumberger, two of my best aerial players that were on that post. Like, I mean, if we're going to lose to them a penalty and a goal off a corner kick that, you know, we were in the right positions to be able to defend. And it wasn't even a penalty that came tactically. It was a penalty that came from defending a corner. Oh, my goodness. We have our guys at the spot. Ben Sesko is just too much. Really can't lob header Blackman. He is simply too tall. Should make subs. Cruz, you gotta slow down. This is not your game. Thank you. Schmidt. Anderson. Grieger. 1-2. He's in. Oh, let's go, baby. That's how you score for the run of play. Take notes. Right. Okay. Graham is nervous. You know who's not nervous? Rafael Leai. And so we're just gonna send it, Rafael. Send it. Oliveira, excellent 1-2. Rosner in for Cruz, who obviously is responsible for some of the misfortune that's befallen us. Great finish, Grieger. Great goal. Pass off to Oliveira. Grieger makes the run. Slots it home. Way better finish than Ross Barkley. And we're back with a little belief here. That's lovely. That's really good stuff. Their center back follows it. That's a great finish. I really like Grieger. Hasn't really turned into an all-around star for us yet, but I like him. I'm gonna be there. And just let me finish this match first, Mombot. I have 20 minutes until the event starts. That's a problem. Off. Give me an offside. Give me some random offside call to let us stay in this match. Please. I don't know where it was. Yeah! Let's go, baby! Come on. Offside, obviously. Oh, he was. I mean, yeah, he is offside. It's pretty darn close, but he is offside. So, no weird controversies here. Box-to-box midfielder. Rosner is a ball winner. Radovic. I'm going to hit fullback and attack for both of you.
Why don't the Jedi take off their shirts to greet each other? Because only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Thanks, man. Tim Ben Arfa's not been playing well, so we're going to go Jordan Graham. I'm going to switch these guys so that we have Graham as an inside forward and then Rafael Leai as an inverted winger. I'm going to have Oliveira just stay up. And then that's just like how we're going to play. We're going to attack. Take the time wasting off. We are going to attack. We are going to get ourselves up the field. We're going to freaking play hard. And we are going to try for the last 10 minutes of this game. I know I need to get on. What does that look like? Sorry. It's inverted. What does that look like? It's an alarm for 2:20. I know exactly when we need to get off and get ready. I know. Mombot, I am aware. You have rallied all of chat to provide me with a message. Functioning adult. Functioning adult, aware of how important the meeting is. We'll be there. I promise. Thank you, chat, for always being on Mombot's side. It's usually the best side to be on. This is a problem. Sesko had the pass. He just didn't play it, which is rare. Kene needed... Oh, come on. Go. Quickly. Oliveira. Oh, my goodness. This is us. It's Grieger. No way. It's Grieger. Oh, my word. The Dolphins are back from the dead. It's Adam Grieger again. And Florence Dorfer are looking at their first ever point against Salzburg. Yes! Come on, you Adam! All we're going to do is drop these guys. Okay, we're going to drop these guys. Leai is going to go on support. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep the lines and stuff. Come on! He's the guy. He's the guy. Adam Grieger. He knows how to finish his dinner. What great work from Blackman with the quick distribution. Oliveira, again, the guy that facilitates. And that's just top class from Grieger with everything on the line. Fullbacks off attack. Yeah, we'll go make that change. Yep, tactical change. Want to get that in. Fullbacks onto support. Because that's definitely the go sell out sort of move. Fullbacks off attack. All right. Well, aren't they just ticky-tocking it all over the place? My goodness, that was gorgeous. Really glad it didn't do anything. And this is our highlight, obviously, so send it. Oliveira. Oh my God, it might be. Graham. Pass it. Oh, it was open. Oh my good. Oh, Peary. Oh, it was open. It was open. No. It was open. Oh my God, it was open. It was there. We were in. We were going for the win. And then it just flipped so fast. And then all of a sudden, Bruno Piri heads it to the wrong team. And you're just sitting there like, oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, it was there. Look at this. Look at that. Oh. Oh my, I would trade our chance for their chance. I would. If you said you have this picture and then you have this picture, I'd be like, okay, give me our chance. We got ourselves into a position where we had a chance to go and grab the 3 points, and oh my goodness. Oh, Bruno. Oh God, Bruno Piri. Oh, that's a terrible mistake, Bruno. Oh man, brutal stuff. And of course, their first 2 goals were a penalty from a corner and a corner.
6 months to go, Twitch baby.
We give up a goal for the run of play, and it's a mistake defensively, and that hurts. But
this was exactly the situation I was talking about. Midfielder with good anticipation and heading would have been there at random to contest Sesko.
I don't agree with that. I mean, my midfielder's Elias Anderson in that situation. He was literally making a run towards the goal like a couple seconds ago. I understand what you're saying, Gianni, but I don't know if that's the type of play, especially tactically where he was in the field at that time, that would have helped. Man, we played him tough. The frickin' penalty in the first half, and then the goal off the corner. There was a version of this game that we were able to win today, and we couldn't have said that about the other time that we played them last month. It would have been nice, unlucky, boys. Unlucky. It's really unlucky. We played our freaking hearts out and came back from down 2-0 against Salzburg. Look, Sesko doesn't belong in this league. You asked me about Ben Sesko. The dude's insane. He's an incredible player. He doesn't belong. He's too good for this league. He's the only reason they won that game. He scored 2 of their goals and caused the 3rd one. A little let up in a fantastic season, making a mockery of predicted relegation. Yeah, it's nice to be able to think we're no longer involved in a relegation battle and we're playing. Look, Adam Grieger was great. For some reason, there's no difference in the answers. I can either say he had a good, solid game, or I can say he's better than Erling Haaland. There is literally no in between. Hey, 2 shots on target, but look, our tactic did what it was supposed to. We created a couple of 1v1s playing with our couple of strikers, and Grieger finished him. He finished him. And that, all right, I got to go to this family thing. Obviously, as Mom Butts made abundantly aware, but thank you guys for joining today. We had a lot of fun. We did pick up a big win in the league. We had to play Salzburg twice, which is never a good time, but we are back and running. We have made it through the 2.5-month break for the World Cup and winter break in Austria, and now we're playing in January. We play Hartberg next to start the stream tomorrow, which is going to be great. They're last in the league. Then we play Wacker Mödling, who's not a particularly great team. Then we play Wolfsberger, who's in the bottom half of the league. So there's a really nice little run here that could help us out before we play Ried and Lask back-to-back, who are both top 3 in the league. But that's going to be tomorrow. We're going to find somebody to raid. If you've never stuck around for that, we go into somebody else's stream and we really blow them up. We get our copy pasta ready, we let it loose, and try and make their day. We go to make somebody's day. We go to make somebody's day. Whose day are we looking to make? Let's find somebody who just kind of started the streaming process. Somebody that just started the streaming process. So just pushing along. Video creator and comedian who is new to Twitch. Okay, cool. Let's do it. This guy seems nice. He's just chilling. I'm Rick Verk. We got our copy pasta ready. I haven't been paying attention to you guys. You have your copy pasta ready? I'll hydrate. I definitely need to hydrate. This guy is, I like his vibes. Got a nice vibe. Says he plays Animal Crossing with his wife on stream sometime. Yeah, that's just nice. That's wholesome. We want to encourage that wholesomeness. So dude's only got 23 followers, literally just started on Twitch, right? Just started his journey, me 4 years ago. And so I don't know if he'll have any mods. So we're gonna have to moderate ourselves, right? So blow him up. It is possible he won't know what a raid is, or at least won't necessarily know what's going on. So I would say spam the copy pasta a little less than we normally would. And then just drop a follow and be like, hey, how you doing? Love the vibes. Who you playing as, right? Try not to try not to overwhelm as much, because I don't know what'll be going on. And don't be weird or annoying, right? We're gonna have to self-moderate. Just, be cool, dude. Be cool. My dudes, don't scare them. Exactly. Want it to be a happy, fun thing. Okay, so I have to go to this meeting thing. Enjoy the raid. Have fun with Amrik Virik. There's my alarm. All right, I'm gonna be ready. See you guys tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that when we don't have to play Salzburg twice in 3 matches. It's going to be great. Freaking love it. Thank you to everybody that's part of the Hammers. Staven, Evsy, thank you for the Prime. Nope ID, thank you so much for the 7 months. Anonymous, thank you for the Prime. Thank you to everybody that's got the bacon. I really appreciate it.